The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey,
Why?
let's go!
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pink!
Damn it! Your friend tell a friend something nice could change their life.
Here we go. Feel good. Friday, November 8th, the Pat McAfee Show. I'm AJ Hawk here sitting at Pat's desk as he and Boston Connor are down in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Football! It's what we do. Obviously, Pat, Boston Connor, we had a huge game last night. It was a lot of fun. Refs a little bit questionable. I think you have a generator going on in the background or something happening. Maybe they're aerating some land outside the stadium. I don't know. Pat, comment. How you doing over there?
Yeah, we're fantastic. They're getting the paint all ready for the big-time matchup against Alabama tomorrow. And, you know, LSU-Bama is a storied, traditional rivalry. And obviously it's a Saban Bowl, brother. But if we could kind of scan right over here, they're making this magic happen over here. And I'll tell you what, with this type of condition, this type of weather, with the humidity that it is, I wonder how they can get paint to stay on anything. I assume this paint stays wet for the next 24 hours until the game falls in because, suck that tiger thick. That's, I think, is what they say. They talk about the humidity down here. But it has been fantastic. It has been awesome. And I'll tell you, you can feel how big this place is. 103,000. It goes up. You know, it goes up. We talk about this with, like, Michigan. Michigan has 100 and whatever, 10,000, 111, 15, 20, whatever it is. That kind of goes out a little bit. Here, it kind of stacks on top of each other. And they talk about down here, obviously, Death Valley and night in Baton Rouge. It's like you can kind of sense and feel that it's we got a big fight feel down here, Con, man.
Yeah, it's different down here. You can kind of feel it. And right before we came into the stadium, we actually got to go and see the tiger, not a lion, a tiger in its cage on the other side of this stadium. Very cool, very sweet. And this is a little different than Indiana, you could say. This is what SIG wants to build over there.
Yeah, I don't know if SIG's ever going to be able to get a live tiger just roaming outside the stadium, but there's I think it's 15,000 square feet sanctuary that this particular Mike, I don't know, 7, 8?
Yeah, I think so.
7?
Yeah.
I think it's Mike 7 lives in out there, obviously spoiled and taken care of. There's a big conversation about a tiger being on a sideline here. I guess it's the first time in a long time there's going to be an actual live tiger here. I don't think it is the tiger that's currently outside the stadium because they're not sure if that tiger's ready for the big stars, the big lights. I guess another tiger that has been in a circus before is going to be the tiger that's going to be on the side. It's been getting tricked. I mean, there's a lot going on, I think, whenever you talk about outside the lines for this particular game. Alabama, LSU, winner still has a chance. Loser, probably out of the discussion for the college football playoff. So, lucky to be here. Coach Saban, I assume, is going to get a great reception down here. I hope. You know, whenever he was coaching Alabama, terrible reception here. Now he's no longer coaching. Hopefully he'll get like, hey, thank you for winning the national championship for us here as a coach. And then obviously he wins 6 with Alabama. So it's a cool thing to be here. It is a cool thing to even be here. And
hey, what's the tiger thing, though? Hey, for people that don't know, Pat, what's the tiger thing? What's going on with the tiger? They got old buddies in the bullpen, but he's not ready for the big time?
Yeah, so I guess Mike 6. I forget the numbers.
I think
so
I looked up. I think it's currently 7.
Okay, so Mike 6. Something happened, and they made a decision to no longer bring live tiger to side of field.
Ate somebody's arm off, right?
No,
I don't think it. I don't think that. I mean,
well, the threat of
what
that.
happened to
Mike
Ugga
6?
Texas?
No,
that's
I was going to say. I think it ate Ugga. Yeah.
Oh.
I don't think Ugga 8, 9, 10. I don't think that's how it all went. But for one reason or another, Tiger no longer on sideline. So this is Mike 7 currently, has never been to sideline, just kind of resides right outside, you know, for the Tiger walk. I saw that entire thing happen. But now I think even the governor's involved in this entire thing. The governor wants Tiger on the damn sideline.
Hell yeah.
Okay, this is Alabama. This is a college football playoff contention game. It's going to be packed out here. We'd like we're like a damn tiger. And then the guy who owns the tiger that's going to be here tomorrow says, shit, you can have my tiger. This tiger, though, I guess has a rap sheet. I guess this tiger has a rap sheet. This tiger is not to be caged in. I was talking to Jess Sims because she's doing a story on this entire thing. You Google this tiger, there's a lot of things that pop up, obviously. You know, a lot of things pop up. This tiger, though, a lot of Andy Dufresne in him.
Oh, really?
A lot of Andy Dufresne in him. Yeah, so I guess this tiger's got a lot of moxie. It's going to be here. I guess kind of born in front of the stars and the bright lights. So I'm excited to see how it is. The environment's going to be insane regardless. But you get a live jungle cat roaming around, things really amplify.
Yeah, it's going to be sweet. I mean, bad news for Bama. I don't know if they're afraid of tigers. I don't know if they've ever been around tigers, but they're walking by one every single day. Very comfortable for LSU.
I don't know if you guys know this. I guess Alabama does very well down here.
Yeah.
Like, very well. I think Reese Davis said in the meeting this morning, 30-10-2, Alabama down here.
That's good.
Down here. So, and then there was a story about a coach that was new to Alabama and was trying to talk to the team. I think this was back in like 1969, something happened, whatever the case. The new coach comes into Alabama and starts talking to the team about, you know, what you're going to experience down there in LSU, yada, yada, yada. And one of the players goes, hey, Bama doesn't lose in Baton Rouge. Like, that is just not how it goes. And even bad teams, I guess Bama teams have come in here and won for some reason. Rivalry game that takes place. But I would assume you walk by a tiger, you feel what you're about to feel from the Cajuns down here. Mm-hmm. You start hearing that, whoa, 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 suck that tiger thick.
Yep.
Because the humidity.
Yeah, which it is. I mean, I don't need a new pair of pants.
Yeah. The britches are getting a little moist down here.
Yeah.
Not a lot of movement, but certainly a lot of dripping of sweat, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, I do.
We got the drip down here.
Mm-hmm. Big time drip.
Down there, down here.
Yeah. Cotton needs a new pair of pants, Pepper.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You're talking waterfalls.
Yeah.
Don't go chasing waterfalls. We don't have to chase them. They're in my pants right now.
I knew I didn't bring enough underwear. As soon as we stepped off that plane, I said, God damn it, I didn't bring enough.
It did like smack us right in the face.
It was so bad.
Is it really?
I brought enough
That
sunglasses.
humid, really?
Guess what? It's cloudy.
Dude, it's thick. Yeah, as soon as we got off the plane, both of us were like, and
I guess we forget about it. We forget about humidity here once we leave, like summertime or September. It's like, hey, humidity's gone everywhere, huh?
Can you shoot up at the sky too? There isn't a sun here. I mean, it's just
God.
If the sun was out right now, it might be 10,000 degrees. It has been overcast for those that don't look at the Doppler as often as you probably should.
Good jumbo.
From Indiana to here, there was a bed of clouds. That just a full bed of clouds. So I don't know what's going on weather-wise, but there's just a line of clouds, and it's saving our life right now. With that being said, Bama's had good history here at LSU, but this one with the college football playoff conversation taking place and everything, it's like there's a lot on the line tomorrow. College football, once again, about to deliver. You got the Holy War, BYU and Utah taking place. Texas Tech, Colorado, obviously a massive one. Ole Miss, Georgia. I mean, here we go. We got massive games this weekend, and then Indiana is a 14.5 favorite at home against Michigan. So college ball is bananas, and Gumpy, is Miami going to be okay?
That's a tough test.
What do you think?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're second half. We're just getting warmed up first half of game. Second half, we take over.
I'm about done listening to Gumpy every single week talk about how the Hurricanes are going to blow it to some team, and then inevitably they win, and he goes, just like I thought. It's like these Miami fans have been on a roller coaster, but they're in it. College ball's great. So is AFC North football. Last night on Prime. Living up, I mean, everything everybody said about this particular game. You know, hey, the over's going to hit. Derrick Henry's going to score. Lamar's going to go crazy. Joe Burrow's going to go crazy. The only thing that didn't happen, I think, that everybody kind of expected to happen is Derrick Henry rushing for like 200 yards because that's what they've done. Lou Anarumo made Derrick Henry the one guy, seemingly early going in. We are not going to let this king ruin the game. They had a great strategy for that. And then late in the game, obviously, the Baltimore Ravens start juking and jiving and making some plays and kind of switch it up a little bit. And I think it all started with that Baltimorean fella up in the crowd. Everybody else is sitting down, and he says, I paid how much for these tickets? Guys looking like a bunch of assholes out here. Come on. Well, obviously, the message was received. There's a fumble on the next drive, next series. Then Baltimore rolls. And then Joe Burrow does what we've all expected from Joe Burrow immediately upon stepping into the NFL because of what he did on this field right here with this university. It's like Joe Burrow performed great, made it a game late. They come back, storming back. He becomes unwavering, and they can even win the damn game. Now, Lamar Jackson is only human on earth that can do this.
Yep.
Not just throw it back across his body like he did the last time against Cincinnati in a similar play. Let me go ahead and tight rope right down the sideline for a first down, and then inevitably be a guy that, is unstoppable. Zay Flowers looked like he was so incredibly fast, only goes for like 36 yards. Obviously, Mark Andrews makes a couple plays out there. You got studs all over the place for this Baltimore Ravens offense, and it was needed and evident in that second half. And still, Joe Burrow, with this slow start that they've had, up against it a little bit, now they're 4-6. It's like, if they don't get held and he doesn't get hit in the face, they win that game. They win that game.
That's what people are saying.
That's the whole conversation happening in Ohio, and I believe Zach Taylor's wife even put out a post like, you know how much time this guy's committing to this entire thing? I guess we'll just move on, but damn, that's not how it's supposed to go.
Well, and that's what Zach Taylor said right after, too, because I think one of the reporters asked him, one of the journalists said, like, how frustrating is it to, have this result when the game's this close and you guys are winning? He's like, look, we pour our heart and souls into this shit, and it's real, and it stinks that they do, but the Ravens are too good. They really are. They're kind of the cream of the crop when it comes to football right now because, what was it, 9 minutes left in the third? They're down 21-7 since he's getting the ball back, and then this happens.
A jump pass.
Yeah, they're just they're almost dicking around out there, the Ravens, in only 20 minutes of the game. Thicking around, excuse me. I screwed that up once again. But Baltimore is the best team in the league, you could say. I saw a lot of people on the internet, though, saying, this secondary, are you kidding me? Joe Burrow again, this is going to come back to bite them in the ass, which it very well might, but for the Bengals, you got to be kind of kicking yourselves because no T. Higgins, and they're still doing this. And Jamar, I saw 11 catches, 264, whatever, 258, 3 touchdowns. No career highs.
How many fantasy points?
He had 55 fantasy points, which if you're playing that guy in fantasy,
what a throw,
which there may be a team up here that is playing him in fantasy this week. Go ahead and take Sunday off. You don't have to adjust your lineup. You don't have to do shit.
Hey,
you lost.
Hey, Travis Kelce, we need you to go for about 5-6 against Denver. Now, with that being said, for our fantasy team, let's go back to this. Jamar Chase and Joey on this field, obviously, it all gets started. Jamar is insane. And now that's the lack of a penalty being called on 2-point conversion. And then I believe Joey also got hit in the face, and there was another hold. There was a lot of things that people are nitpicking about because it was a game-winning play. Nonetheless, I think if you're a fan of both teams, they both showed up, AJ. Jamar Chase is phenomenal. Joey B is great. It's not a win, so obviously you can't be too excited about it, but both these teams, we thank them for their performance. And the over was the easiest pick of the year, easiest bet of the year, and obviously they run right through it, even though early it might not have happened.
Yeah, this game was it was very fun to watch. I know 7:05, I believe, in the third quarter is when Marlon Humphrey rips that ball out. And that changed everything, right? That was shortly after they showed the Baltimore guy, right, losing his mind in the crowd. The crowd was down. They were they weren't really in it. And right here, I know Bruce even said they cut to Lamar shortly after this, and Lamar is you could tell Lamar's thinking, "Yep, here we go. This is all we needed. Just crack the door a little bit, and I'm going to bust right through that thing. Here we go." He's busting right here. Is there any chance anybody else can tightrope the sideline on that?
No.
He looked completely bottled up, and the dude gets almost scores. He is an absolute freak. And as we talked yesterday, Coach Chuck said, it changes the way you rush. You can't pin your ears back, as they say, and
he's
rush
on
after
30
this guy.
there, 32-yard line.
Yeah, he covers 25.
These are NFL athletes. These are all the rest of these guys are the best guys that ever played at their high school, their college, wherever. These guys are the best athletes on the planet. And Lamar almost can toy with people. He's so quick and fast and so patient. Right here, this touchdown here.
Tightrope.
I'm not sure how this one happens. What a run right there.
Couple loafs.
Absurd.
I don't know if you could say it's a loaf. I don't know if you got to, right, that, okay, that's
Great
tough.
play.
He's going for the ball right here. This one, you got a tough angle, but, man, you would think you can get him out. Heck of a job, though. Heck of a job keeping your feet. And then another one here. Everything about this game was wild. It was a fun game to watch. Honestly, it really was.
Yeah, absolutely. And, on the call, Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit, obviously we, as people that know Ben and know Kirk very well, just want to send out our positive vibes to Herbie. Way to battle through last night.
Herbie. Good work, Kirk.
Obviously not easy. I got a text from him. I think he was almost feeling guilt, for calling the game in the moment. It's Herbie,
Ben would have wanted it.
Remember all the great times of Ben in the boot, like those types of things. He was going through it. So was the entire world. I think it's up over 20 million views on the X post, let alone on Instagram. And I think it's like a good reminder that there's a lot of things happening in our world that people are watching and they don't feel like as motivated to maybe comment about it on social, but it's still affecting their life. And I know a lot of people have been very positive about Kirk and Ben throughout the entirety of Ben's popularity here and being showcased everywhere. But there's always like a few people that are going to be negative publicly about it. It's like the overwhelming support that Herbie got yesterday, the overwhelming display of love for Ben that was shown yesterday, I think that was a beautiful thing. And for those of us that got to meet Ben was a real fucking deal too. I mean,
great dog.
This dog was a human. I mean, Ben was a human out there. He was curious, obviously phenomenally curious. Would walk over to anything, kind of check it out, and then like, how you guys doing? And then just walk out. That's why he was beloved literally everywhere. Everybody that met him was like, wow, this is like the coolest dog of all time. His aura radiated positivity. And I think it's obviously because Kirk and Ben's relationship was so good, like the amount of time that Kirk invested in Ben when Ben was a puppy and whenever he was growing up, for their relationship to be what it is, where Ben could literally just tail him without a leash and would just walk around and roam free, and everybody loved it. It's like Ben was a special dog. Their relationship was a special one, and I think we were all very lucky to kind of get a chance to experience it. And anybody that's ever had a dog obviously understands what Kirk's going through right now, but their relationship was special. Ben was special, and dogs go to heaven. Right?
Yeah, all dogs go to heaven. It's a movie.
It's a movie.
Okay, so I believe that Ben would certainly be the dog that would go to heaven if any dog went to heaven, since all dogs do go to heaven,
Well,
which
do
they
any
should. I'm
dogs?
on the side.
Do all dogs go?
That's the name of the title.
That's the movie.
That's the movie.
That's the movie.
I would believe that.
Maybe
Yeah,
not
we
all
did just say
dogs.
that.
Don't do this today, AJ.
All dogs should go to heaven, probably.
Yeah, because bad dogs are usually bad owners. All dogs
That's a
should
good
go
point.
to heaven.
Yeah, good point. Do any
Yeah,
dogs
'cause
come out
owner-
bad?
Owner go to hell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you
Yeah.
go.
Dog
That's
didn't
right.
deserve it.
Agreed.
Yeah.
You know,
Straight
that
to heaven.
is-
We solved that.
That should have been the subtitle of that movie.
Yeah.
It was.
Bad dogs still go to heaven because owner is going to hell.
That's right.
I think that's probably the right play. But nonetheless, like Ben was amazing.
It's a member of the
and I think
family.
everybody
So
understands.
I was texting with Kirk. Yeah, it's a member of the family. It's true. It's a real thing.
I think everybody who has a pet dog feels that way too.
Yeah.
You know, like, but what Ben and Kirk, that was a cool.
Yeah.
Because, like, Kirk's just, literally, they're just walking around and Ben's just like everywhere was a park. Like, and Ben didn't poop on people's shit. I mean, it was just like, he understood, okay, I'm a guy. All right, can I get to this grass patch over here? I need to dump. You guys don't want me to dump here? I know that. I need to go over there. It was like all those things, let alone the hotels and
Never barking, never causing a problem. Like, even when, we're talking about the tiger being here, like, Ben would probably walk up to the tiger and be like, hey, we're good. Like, I know you're a cat. I know I'm a dog, but we see eye to eye here. And, like, that was kind of the coolest thing with Ben was, he was cool with everybody.
No chirping out of Ben.
Nope.
No barking out of Ben. Didn't want to disrupt anything. It was like, he was a special dog, man. That's the canine cancer, is a real thing. Happens to a lot of people. And obviously Kirk is in a position where he was able to try a lot of different treatments and medicines. And Sam and I were running For the Brand, which was a foundation that would pay for people to be able to put their dog through the cancer surgeries, whether it's removing a lump or the chemo, because it's all incredibly expensive. And we learned that through our dog Valerie, who has had cancer 4 times, but the first time she got it, we go in and they tell us the price of the surgery. And it was like, if they would have told my mom and dad that price whenever I was a kid growing up, there's no way in hell that would ever take place. So a lot of people were losing their members of their family because of the price of these cancer procedures. Cancer in dogs is very real. It is very widespread. The treatment prices are bananas. And hopefully with Ben happening here, we can raise a little bit, and maybe we can get those prices go a little bit down, so more people can potentially do that. So obviously it got to a point where it spread to his organs. He couldn't operate anymore, but like dog cancer is very real. And in certain breeds of dog too, it's much more prevalent. So if you're a dog owner, I think this is a nice reminder to kind of check in on that, see what it is. And if you're in the dog medicine world, let's also think about lowering the price for this type of stuff.
How do we do
I don't know. I think attention to it's real, because I think everybody just is like, yep, that's the price. Okay, well, there's nothing I can do with
it's
this dog.
astronomical for anything. Anything your dog has, like, it is tough to go in there.
So much. And I think everybody just is like, yep, like that's just what the price is. It's like, does it have, is it? Is that real? Is that what it has to be? So me and Sam have put a pause on that particular foundation because Mackenzie's birth and everything like that. We are going to kick it back up I don't want to give a projection of a time, but we are going to get back into it. But the amount of stories that were emailed in and sent in, the amount of dogs, I think she helped hundreds, if not thousands, of dogs through the entire thing. It's like cancer is very prevalent in dogs. Let's make sure we're checking out our four-legged kids here. And if you're in the dog medicine world, let's
lower.
Let's try. You know what I mean, to lower those prices. But rest in peace, Ben. You done good, boy.
Oh yeah,
you
Ben.
done good, boy.
Good boy, Ben.
You done good. You done good. Last night's game was awesome, though, AJ. For real.
Wait, I know, but where do the Bengals go from here? What's their season like? Do they have a chance? Do they have to win out for the playoffs? Like, what's going on with them?
I mean, you just say, like, if they win every game, they're good.
Yeah.
Right?
But do they have to win every game to get in tie? What do you think?
I mean, look in the division, like the Steelers, unless they completely crumble, and same with like I don't know.
Bengals 4-6 now. Correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And they still have what? They have to play the Steelers twice. Like it's not like they have an easy road. I mean, I don't know. You look at these stats, and it's like, what more can they do? You know, Joe Burrow. These last several games, we're talking about him as an MVP candidate, and for whatever reason, because whether it's the defense or untimely turnovers, like they just can't figure it out. I mean, I think watching them, like, yeah, they could turn things around. They could rip off 7 in a row and finish the season 11-6, but the NFL is just too. I mean, is that likely? Probably not. I don't know. I mean, I think they really needed that one last night, especially being up 2 touchdowns and potentially going down to go up 28-7 and kind of put that thing away.
They win 7 straight, though. They're at 11-6.
Yeah. Yeah, so can do it.
So can get in.
Possible.
Can get in.
I think they're
going to have to fix a lot of things. And obviously, Coach Dan Hurley knows this, and I think I heard AFC North legend AP Tone starting there, and this is a good end there. Coach Dan Hurley of UConn, massive Bengals fan, have the Steelers 2 times coming up.
Yep.
If the Steelers sweep the Bengals in those 2 games, Coach Dan Hurley has to wear a Pittsburgh Steelers hat at a press conference.
Ooh.
And if the Bengals sweep the Steelers, which is what they're going to have to do to make it if they want to go anywhere this particular year, Tone Diggs will have to wear a Bengals jersey or hat for an entire show. Tony, you think it's possible, brother?
For the Bengals, based on their offense, yeah, I kind of do. Like their schedule, we're looking at it right now. Like the Steelers is probably the best offense that they're going to play, and it's not like the Steelers' offense is a complete juggernaut. Yeah, they've played better with Russ, but it's not like they're like one of the top offenses in the league. Cowboys are probably going to be without Dak. The Titans aren't a great offense. The Browns are definitely not. The Broncos are a rookie quarterback. Chargers on Sunday Night Football, they've had the best defense in the league points per game so far, but their offense hasn't been tearing it apart. I think if their defense can get right against these offenses that aren't some of the best in the league, and their offense still plays the way that they have been, I actually do think the Bengals have a chance, and it pains me to say that.
Isn't it crazy to think about the Bengals defense last night? Probably feeling so good. Bengals fans probably we got to figure it out. We got to figure it out.
7,
2.5 quarters, we're doing it. I actually was watching going, damn, I didn't think the bank, because we were heavy over predictors yesterday. Everybody that was talking into a microphone on this program.
A lot of tweets in that first half.
That's what I'm saying. But the tweets obviously against us talking about the over. Obviously, it ends up happening. Did they make that right? Journalistic standards?
No,
Did they come back?
No, I didn't see a follow-up tweet. I didn't actually.
Obviously, that doesn't happen. But for those first 2.5 quarters, let alone the whole, we're definitely not hitting the over if this is how this is going to go. I also thought to myself, like, congrats, Lou Anarumo. Like, Lou, this is the hardest offense you're going to have to. You have figured it out. And then, like a sieve, that thing just kind of opened up on them.
Well, it's one of those things, too, where it's like, hey, if you tell me Derrick Henry has 68 yards and Zay Flowers has 34 yards, like, oh, yeah, the Bengals won in a blowout. And obviously there are a couple plays like that Tylan Wallace sideline step, and then Mark Andrews coming up huge, and a couple timely turnovers. But if you are a Bengals fan, you got to think, like, yeah, we still have a chance. Like, they put on a fantastic show, defense flying around, and that was a conversation Chuck brought up yesterday. Like, they were missing guys in the interior, and their backup guys on the D-line were stepping up. And, 34 points against the Ravens defense, yeah, you can talk about the Ravens secondary being terrible. They were pretty one-dimensional. Like, they didn't really try and run the football because of how good the Ravens' run defense was. And you would think after this bye week, hopefully if they can beat the Chargers on Sunday Night Football, after the bye week you get, a healthy 100% T. Higgins back, and then you could easily make it at 10-7. Like, we're talking about them running the table, sure, like 11-6 definitely in. 10-7 might get the job done. And I would still feel good as a Bengals fan. You don't feel great. I mean, you just lost a game you probably felt like you should have won. But I also love the fact that they went for 2. Like, that second
Yeah,
half
I wanted to
after
ask
that
you,
turnover.
are you agree, Colin? People always say if you don't go for 2 and you kick it, everyone's like, oh, you should have gone for 2. But when you go and miss it, I feel like most people think, yeah, that was a good idea.
Well, that was the thing after Sunday. Like the Patriots, Dolphins, and then there was one other. They all didn't go for 2.
The Bucs.
The Bucs against the Chiefs. Yeah, they all didn't go for 2 when they're dogs, on the road, and they score in the last minute. You might as well go for the win. They don't. They all end up losing. But in this situation, they line up to go for 2. Call timeout, and then you think, like, okay, they're going to go to overtime. Then come back out and still go for 2. Like, I love that move. Obviously, a lot of people were saying, like, why aren't you throwing it to Jamar Chase? And Jamar Chase, after, in his press conference, was saying, like, yeah, I'm always open. I thought there was a chance I was getting the football maybe. But, like, I think it's a great move, especially when you think about what the Ravens were doing, from that fumble on. They were rolling. They really couldn't be stopped. So I'm a fan of the go for 2. Obviously, it stings hindsight. Oh, you should have kicked it. I'm sure people will say that, but like, why not go for the win? You need it. You're 4-5. You're trying to get back to 500. It's a division opponent. You're on the road in prime time. Like, hell yeah, go for the win.
What was the stat I read yesterday from Hembo? I think 2-point conversions are only being completed at like a 32% clip or something like that this season. Last year and the year before that, it was up over 50.
Wow.
So I think this year it's a little bit different in the red zone. Teams in the red zone, I think that's why we saw scoring down at the beginning of the year, because the red zone defenses were going to clamp down. The 2-point conversion stats, successful 2-point conversion stats, also down this year, like pretty far down. So I think a lot of coaches maybe have felt that trend whenever they decide to kick the extra point as opposed to going for 2. But if you're this Cincinnati Bengals team and you were up big, then all of a sudden they come roaring back, like, I don't think you want to go to overtime. Like, I think that is, let's try to steal this right now type situation in Baltimore. So I like that they clearly utilized some feel for the situation as well. Now, he got punched in the face. I mean, that's egregious.
That's a call that usually doesn't get missed, right?
Well, there was a couple earlier, too, I think, right?
He got hit pretty late in the pocket, too.
Hands to the face to the quarterback is a tough one to miss.
Yeah, on a game-winning play. I mean,
that's twice on Thursday Night Football now?
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, can't have that. Can't be
twice on Thursday Night Football.
Now, they obviously would move it up to the 1-yard line there, and they would have to have another go in this entire thing. And who knows if they make that one or not. Yeah, tush push possibly. Like, they had the tight end come over and do it, right? Isn't that what?
On a 4th down.
They had tight end come over, 87 or whatever, come over and do it instead of Joe Burrow. I like that. Like, we like Joe. We also like the thought of the tush push. Let's figure out how to get somebody else in there to do that. For 1 yard, you could probably make that happen again. But overall, I think great game. And if you're a Bengals fan, I guess 10-7 would get you in there.
Yeah, right? I feel
still
like,
hope.
especially when you look at the other divisions.
Well, you look at all the games left for all the other top. There's a lot of big games left for a lot of top teams, because the end of the season, everybody's trying to pack in and make it look good, the schedule makers. And I think there could be some losses for some other teams, too. I think 10 wins gives you a shot. I don't know if it's a guarantee, but I think it gives you a shot.
Yeah.
I mean,
AFC North.
If you're a Bengals fan, that you don't feel terrible about the rest of your schedule.
No, but if you are going to drop one, I don't think you want it to be against the Chargers next week, because I think that's another team that they're going to be jockeying with for one of those playoffs.
Yeah, the
spots.
Chargers are 5-3 in the 6th spot right now, and in the 7th spot, the Broncos are 5-4. So it's not like are those teams going to hang on? Maybe, but no, I think the Bengals are definitely still.
Yeah, they're going to get to 10. It seems like a race to 10.
Yeah,
almost. Can you get to 10 wins? If you can, you might be in a good spot, and the Bengals can.
Yeah, if they figured it out on defense, especially like that, because that's been their whole thing.
2.5 quarters they had it.
I thought they were going to win. I thought Lou Anarumo had some Sunday sauce on a Thursday, and all of a sudden they were going to get the job done.
Yeah, I thought so too. I mean, Sunday gravy.
Right
yeah.
here.
And
right
Tylen Wallace
backbreaker.
tightrope in the sideline.
Who is this guy? How is he able to stay in bounds? We don't know. His toes are in, his heels hovering out of bounds. What a freak athlete. And welcome to the conversation, Mr. Wallace. You're a stud. Legit. I don't know. That last one, it's his right foot, Foxy. It's his right foot. If you go back to that.
The heel was up, the toe was down.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah, it's his right foot, like right there. It's that one. The left one also close, but his right foot, I think, was like toe in, heel out of bounds, still running down the field. It's like my Achilles would burst at the seam.
Oh, for sure. Right here.
It just completely burst at the seam.
Yeah, here it comes.
This one, right?
Yeah, right there, yeah. So heel in the air, toe in the ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
And remember, if his shin would have went down there. But,
out.
Hey, what's that bat you've been swinging around?
okay, this is from Jack Marucci. All right, Paisan Maruch. I don't know his exact connection with the school or us, but I do know this guy makes some good wood.
Those are very nice bats.
Yes.
The Maruch?
Yeah, very nice bats.
They're
I'd like to say
metal
thank you.
sick, too.
Kind of the wood they use for that rig.
I'd like to say thank you to Paisan Maruch for the wood here. Handcrafted for the brand, custom cut M.
So they put that thing on
look
a
at the bottom of
lathe.
this thing.
Ty, they didn't put that on a lathe and a guy makes that?
Yeah.
So
It's because
Oh, yeah. See, look at that craftsmanship. That is
That's
just
amazing.
top notch.
Jack Marucci was the former head athletic trainer at LSU. He built his first baseball
sweet.
bat in his backyard in 2002.
Wow.
boys.
There it
Look like
is.
Shohei.
There it
Is
is.
that Shohei?
You want me to do Shohei?
Yeah, here we go. Here we go. What about Pete Rose? You know Pete Rose's stance? He had his little elbow he would do this little thing with.
Well, Pete Rose said if I'm slow, right here. And if I'm tight, I just move right here. And if I'm right, I just move right here. It's easier. There's no stopping. Yeah. Doing this.
That's all it is.
Yeah, everybody wants to change their swing. Don't change where you line up. Change where you. If I'm a little bit fast, I fucking move forward.
Speaking of that, Pat,
go ahead, pal.
Tucker missed another extra point last night.
Yeah, I heard that and seen that. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. Go back to the beginning of that thing because there were some hypotheses all the way back to the
Gotta be
beginning.
dinged up or something, right? Has to be dealing with something.
You would think he had strain. I reached out to him earlier in the season and said, "You hurt? You don't feel obligated to tell me." And he says not. So there has to be something going up with the operation. Maybe this doesn't happen.
Is it same holder? Same holder as normal?
A snapper too. I wonder. I think Stott's been there for a bit. I wonder about the snapper. There's been so many things in the kicking world that have been talked about that like this doesn't just happen. Especially this deep into a career. But he's missed it all the same. They're all going left. So
what does that mean? Like if you're kicking it left, what does that mean?
So you're either hitting the ball fat, you're either hitting higher on the ball, you're hitting a little bit fat, so you're pulling it, or just like in golf, you're coming, kind of like an inside out, like kind of one of those things.
Doing that thing that Scotty told you not to, where your hands were going over.
Yeah, so with your hips, you could do that actually. So if you're hitting it to the left, you can get too quick, and then bang, all of a sudden you're going this way, right? But then there's also times, like you can tell when somebody's scared, right? You can tell when somebody's scared because they're just trying to like guide it.
Yeah.
Most of the time, like a scare miss is to the right. So like, because you don't close ever, so you never close your hips.
Well, I
So,
slice
like,
the ball
whenever-
sometimes in golf because I'm sitting there, I fall back and I'm scared to pull it into the woods or something, so I just slice 1,000 yards right.
Yeah, that means you're coming outside in, right? I think on the slice thing is what it is. That's probably why you do it. But like for kicking, it's like guys are scared to like attack it, so they're just trying to like guide it in.
Yeah.
So if you try to guide it in, your hips are always going to be open. It goes to the right. So normally, you can tell if somebody's like scared if the ball goes to the right. Now, it might be just miscontact, bad hold. There's so many different things that go into it. For him, it's just a timing thing, it seems like. It seems like it's all a timing issue, whether that's on the snap, the get off, when he's leaving, how he's leaving, or if it's when his hips are going. Because those long balls, like, there's a couple long ones he missed that I think if he was like 10 yards closer, it goes in. Nobody talks about it. We just keep it moving. But because it's farther, it kind of exposes the issue. Extra point being a miss, like, I don't know, something's got to happen.
What's that like
I
mentally,
believe,
though? Pat, what's it like mentally if I just cannot imagine for how great he has been if you're missing extra points. I just don't know. Could you make one good kick where it snaps you out of it? Like, I don't know how does that work?
I think so, especially with Justin Tucker, with how big of a mental warrior he's been in this particular thing. But this is the first time.
Yeah.
I don't even know in Texas if there's ever was a time of Texas. This dude is just, since the day he started kicking balls, I think he's been laser focused, locked in, going straight ahead. So I think because he's a professional, be able to get out there. What's the Ravens' schedule look like going forward? Do we know what their schedule is? Because if he gets a big game winner against somebody.
That's all it takes, right? If you hit one big one, it's like, all right, all those misses, whatever. I just won the game for my team.
And he's going to say that he's only the bye week. That's what I was looking for, is the bye, because then you can actually make some work and like have some real film and like real breakdown and like separate yourself from it a little bit, maybe get a new swing. But I think Tucker will figure it out.
That's tough.
I think Tucker will figure it out. Week 14 bye is late, by the way. That is good for the playoff push, though, I guess. AJ, is the way you would look at that entire thing?
Yeah, hopefully get healthy. I just, as a kicker, man, I know it's crazy to me. I just don't. I would never want my kids to be a kicker. I know that.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say, I guess I shouldn't talk about it because I chose not to have that problem in the NFL.
Well, I mean, you did in college, though. You kicked in college. Big deal.
In punting, it can happen, but in punting, it's
a lot less obvious.
Yeah. Yeah, because if I just hit the ball far, like people are going to think I'm doing my job right. With kicking, it's like a clear success or not success.
And if you shake a punt, people probably won't remember that after the game unless it legit happened at the very end of the fourth quarter or something.
Or you're backed up, but also you can shank a punt and get like a 20-yard bounce. Like there was there's like a lot of guys, and I'm not going to throw them under the bus. They know who they are. They know who they are. They know. They have like some records or whatever, and it's like, bro, you're getting 20-yard bounces every time you kick because your balls are actually so crop. Like your balls are so bad they can't even catch them, and then you get but you'll live with one of those. Those are going to happen for every single punter. So it's like I think in the punting world you can have misses that are successes. In kicking you can't. Like you can't. It's just not. That's not how. Well, you're not going to hit a ball shit, and then it's going to accidentally just go back in. Like it's over, and everybody knows it, and that's the difference. And I'm thankful I didn't have to do that. But that is why the Vinatieri thing for 20-some years doing it has always been the GOAT conversation.
And at the highest level in the Super Bowl. Are we sure it wasn't because of the all-purple uniforms that they're wearing?
Those were sick.
Dude, the gold face mask on the helmets also. I didn't see that little detail before, but yeah, I thought they were awesome.
Gold, purple and gold, kind of taking over the sports world. You got the Plum Mustangs, purple and gold. Sure. Boys have their first game in the state playoffs coming up tomorrow.
Here we go.
LSU here,
football
purple and gold.
Yeah.
No. Football.
They're working.
I thought is the football team not in the playoffs?
No, they are.
We had a sophomore quarterback next year. He'll be back better than ever. Johnny Nonnenberg is going to be a dog. Okay, and he knows that whatever that team needs financially, he has good backing. Okay, nice. We're also going to get a new scoreboard. I think is being chatted about. We're going to really turn. We're going to try to turn that place into a place where people want to come play because John Nonnenberg might be a guy.
Yeah.
He might be. We might actually have
sophomore stud.
We might have an actual guy quarterback. So the football team's going to run wild for the next couple of years. Everybody needs to know that. Soccer team obviously big this weekend, purple and gold. LSU purple and gold. Those Baltimore helmets though, sick.
Yeah.
Absolutely sick. And these are the conversations we have where it's like, just keep doing it. Keep wearing it.
Why not?
Just keep the purple rain. Just like the rising.
Like
just
matte
keep it
purple
going.
kind of, right? Wasn't it?
There's only one change. One change I would make. I think the Ravens logo is iconic, like the one that goes like from side to side. They had the head.
They had the red eyes though.
They had the face on it. If they had those uniforms with the normal Raven logo on the helmet, I think that would have been the only change I would have made.
I like the all black with the purple too.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So
Like
mix and match.
You could bring that purple helmet back for an all black.
Bingo. Yeah. In the playoffs maybe. Or strictly prime time. Hey, these are our prime time helmets.
Do we have to start thinking about destiny teams whenever we talk about the Ravens and strictly off these two Cincinnati Bengals games they've had? Because first time, overtime, obviously, happens with the field goal. Then this game, what happens with 2-point conversion, they get it, obviously come back late. It's like, is this the year for the Baltimore Ravens? Are the football gods on the Baltimore Ravens side? And are the purple rising helmets are part of the reason why? Because they're so goddamn cool.
Yeah, it'd be incredible. And especially the atmosphere. Like, we've talked about this before, but Baltimore's kind of one of those underrated, stadiums to play at, especially when it's a prime time of playoffs.
Yeah.
The only thing is, and I think it dawned on me while I was watching last night again, the Chiefs are just so good.
Oh, come on.
That's all I could
Why
think
did that
about
dawn on you last night, Con Man?
Just because, the Chiefs have such a complete team. I agree the Ravens are great, but the Chiefs last year in the playoffs, they were winning by running the football and playing defense. And I don't know if you can say that the Ravens can beat teams playing defense. They definitely can beat teams running the football. I mean, Derrick Henry's a specimen. He's ridiculous to watch. But their defense is a little bit of a liability, you could say, okay?
A little bit.
And when you just watch the Chiefs just win, okay? That's kind of
well, they lost Kyle Hamilton last night too. Kyle Hamilton went down with an ankle.
True.
Big. Did they say what the prognosis is? How long he could be out? Maybe we'll see.
No,
it won't
somebody FaceTime Adam Schefter.
Yeah, someone FaceTime Shefty.
Yeah, saw he walked off the field.
Hopefully, there's no fires going on in his house or whatever.
What's that, buddy?
I saw Kyle Hamilton. He did walk off the field though.
Yeah,
he's
not
definitely chilling with the boot on.
Shouldn't be too long. Yeah, he sat with the boot in the second half.
He's on the shirt.
Why do you think that's such a big deal?
What's going on?
A lot of guys hurt their ankles, and they need help.
So in the same, he's speaking out of both sides of his mouth because he said Patrick Mahomes didn't walk off the field with his. Patrick Mahomes went back on the field. That's what he said on the plane. You should have heard this guy. 7:15 on the plane, 7:30 on the plane. Sorry, I was a little bit late this morning. Mackenzie peed on me. Okay, that was great. That was a great morning. It was awesome.
Yeah.
So classic. So yeah, not the first time, but certainly. Yeah. Definitely the most. I mean, it was a.
Did you stand there and just let it continue to pee on?
You kind of have to.
I didn't know it was happening, and then
because you're trying to block the wall in your furniture too. If they're peeing on you, you got to hit the shoulder. You got to find a way.
Yeah, like talk. You got to definitely do that. The diaper, I guess, in her onesie had slid, at some point.
Oh, yeah.
And I was holding her to, say, hey, I got to go. I love you, yada, yada, the whole song and dance. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm dancing with her. She's doing her hips. We're doing a little bit of this. And I can't feel anything. I'm, top of the world. And then I go to move her, and I realize, holy shit, my whole torso is drenched right now.
Showered.
And I'm like, is everything okay? And then my arm drenched. I'm like, oh, you just pissed on me. And then massive smile, big laugh. Obviously, got to take the onesie off. Got to do a whole new diaper. I got to change. I got to wipe off urine off of me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was the whole morning. But as soon as we get to plane to take off, we start talking about the game. And he goes, Kyle Hamilton getting hurt. It's a big deal. He walked off the field, though. And I was like, tough guy. Yeah, didn't come back, though, right? Didn't come back? He goes, no, but he walked off the field. Unlike Patrick Mahomes. I was like, what?
Wow.
Well, this is 7:35
who you taking shots at here? Who you taking shots at?
I said I like Patrick Mahomes.
This is 7:35 a.m. on a play. That's like his one big takeaway was like, Patrick Mahomes didn't walk off the field whenever he heard it.
You guys didn't hear? You guys didn't hear the news?
What?
Mahomes ruptured his Achilles, and then Taylor healed him.
Oh,
I
didn't hear that.
That's the problem.
I did see that.
That-
I saw
Dave
Taylor
Voodoo.
I
Magic.
did not hear that.
Yeah, I did see that. But
I would believe it, by the way, after going to that concert.
it's nothing against Mahomes, and I I still like Mahomes. It's just there's nothing wrong with it.
But Mahomes came back and played con man.
Bingo.
Well, that's what I'm saying. When you milk an injury a little bit,
Milk
Milk
an
when he
injury.
comes back. Look, I'm just saying he's arm in arms with guys.
He almost fought
And
Andy Reid.
I for sure thought that he did rupture his Achilles.
Very well.
I
was
actually
worried.
thought that in the
did.
moment that happened. I was like, oh my God, his season's over. The Chiefs are now going to have to deal with the Carl Wentz show going forward.
Hell yeah.
And DeAndre Hopkins is going to be miserable again. But it didn't happen. But he was arm in arm getting carried off the field, and I was like, that stinks. And then all of a sudden, 2 minutes later, he's jogging on the field like nothing happened. That's all I'm saying.
Anyway,
Paul
he comes
Pierce.
back and plays. We saw in the quarter, he didn't poop his pants. Okay, that was a poop situation.
Patty poop.
Paulie poops. Wasn't that where you got the?
Got you one of these.
Oh, yeah, bingo. Yeah, against the
poop.
Lakers. Yeah.
Had to poop. I mean, sometimes you eat different things.
That'd be cool. See, I'd probably get a jersey if that happened.
You should get a jersey anyways. The guy's about to do something. Talk shit, hangs out with
He's
the
got to
boys.
dump his pants for you to get a jersey?
Nah, I'm just saying it would be cool.
Certainly help.
You don't think that'd be cool?
All right, let's talk about the
It would be
NFL.
cool,
Last night
you're
obviously goes down to the wire. Congrats to the Bengals covering plus 6.5. That was the most obvious bet of the year, I think. I don't know what Chuck Pagano was thinking yesterday.
Well, he's
His
a homer.
schneid continues. He was a homer. 6.5 was so many points, though. It feels like we all said the same thing. Ravens win, Bengals cover. That was like...
Yep.
We all look like super geniuses. You didn't even need to get on NFL Plus, Premium, Pro to know that to become a super genius. It was like this AFC North. Joe's playing great. Lamar's playing great. This is going to be a great game.
A lot of points.
We kind of understood that. Speaking of great games, Brian McCarthy here. He put out a post that's like, to date, we have had the most competitive season we've had all year from the NFL. The 2024 season is the most competitive NFL season to date. 75 games have been decided by 7 points or fewer, and 65 by 6 points or less. Both the most through Week 9 NFL history. Some other nuggets from NFL 345 as we head into the second half of the season. That's McCarthy here and there. 45.4 points per game is the highest average through Week 9 since 2021. Remember, earlier season it was down. The boys have obviously made up for it. 91.7 passer rating is the fifth highest mark through Week 9 NFL history, trailing only 2020, 2018, 2021, and 2019. The issue with that stat there is all those years are recent memory. So whenever at the beginning of the season it's not as good, it's like everybody thinks they're down, still playing great football. 65.3 completion percentage, the third highest percentage through Week 9 all time, trailing only 2020 and 2021. Once again, very recent history, so everybody's going to judge off of that. Rush yards per game, the most through Week 9 since 1990. And that's been the talking point about football being so cyclical. It's almost like power football is all the way back.
Yeah, all the way back. And when you just think about some of the running backs we're missing, like McCaffrey's not playing, and this is still happening in the running game. Like it almost as if either the schemes are better, maybe the depth of running backs are better. I mean, Chase Brown, me and Gumby were talking about this morning. Like I don't know where the hell he came from, but he's awesome. Like,
Just like Gorinda for
bingo for San Fran, the third string. It's
Yes.
like Guerrero could start for some teams, and he might not see the field when McCaffrey gets back. Like, it is great, and that is another reason why, a guy for the Chiefs, Isaiah Pacheco. We haven't even been seeing him play. Wait till that guy gets back. The running game is all the way back.
AJ, I think you'd be able to talk about this more, but I think everybody wants small to be able to go from one side of the field to the other when a spread offense. Yep. And a lot of these offense coordinators, I think, realize that and were like, let's take advantage. Baltimore obviously being at the forefront of that whole thing, like numerous years back. San Francisco, same way. Atlanta for a long time has been. But it feels like a lot of offense coordinators are like, we could take advantage of the lack of meat on the defensive side of the ball that this new football has. AJ, you agree with that?
Absolutely, yeah. We know football is that you got to be able to play in space, and that's been going on for a little while, 10, 15, 20 years, I feel like. Put guys in space, get the ball to your playmakers, and let them go to work. And so teams are trying to get away with, all right, hey, it might be first, second down. I'm going to try to get away with playing nickel, dime, try to get some more DB, some coverage guys in, and offenses are trying to take advantage of that. Put in a guy like Patrick Ricard. Okay, cool. You want your dime backer to take on Patrick Ricard or somebody else? I know I sure as hell don't. So, yeah, I think it's fun to see, but also those stats are kind of like an indictment on defenses in the NFL, though. You're basically saying offensive production's way up. What's going on the defensive side of the ball?
Well, I think we should also look at, like, 45.4 points per game, I guess, kind of is a stat against this. But there's been a lot of, and you tell me if I'm wrong, AJ, you know a lot better than me, but it feels like a lot of defenses have gone, and Mel Kiper hates this, but it's like,
Ben, but
hey,
don't
we'll
break.
let them get, yeah. We'll let them get yards. 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 Then once we get in here, like, okay. Yeah. We're going to kind of tighten up. We'll take the 4-point swing as opposed to a 7-point swing. Mm. We'll let them get a field goal or a long field goal attempt because remember, field goal kickers, long ball is way up right now. Yep. So maybe that's a part of the points as well because coaches are going for it, but also it might be how the defenses are playing where it gets a little stingy down there near the end zone, and that might just be the evolution of this entire thing, AJ.
Yeah, I think you're spot on there. I think of like the Chicago Bears, shout out Zeke, back in the day with Urlacher and Lance Briggs on their defense. When I was in Green Bay, we'd play them. They'd sit in Tampa, too, sometimes, 85% of the game. And they're like, all right, we're going to have our eyes on the quarterback. We're going to break on the ball. We're going to create turnovers. But you're going to complete a bunch of balls. And they want to try to force you to take shots over the top. And that's when they hope to create turnovers and make mistakes. But you can move the ball on them. But then once you get in the red zone, like, can you put the ball in the end zone and not settle for field goals?
Last night, 35, that's a big game.
Yeah. Huge.
Awesome. That's an offensive prime time.
The answer to Jamar when he ran through the whole defense was just how quickly it happened. Like, what a game. That made that right when that happened. Like, this game's awesome. This is fun.
I love the walking backwards down. Deshaun Jackson. Yeah. I think he was the first one that really did that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, obviously, Jamar was running wild, but the touchdown in which he goes all the way down the goal line and just sticks his arm out at the very. Why did he choose to stick his arm out at that time? Nobody comes into the screen. He still had some time. He's just kind of hanging. All right, we're chilling.
I wonder what the ref's
We're chilling.
What's the ref saying? Should I throw a flag for
I
Conti?
thought the ref was about to blow it dead. Right?
Touchdown.
Right.
Yeah. Touchdown. Just moves his hand. Touchdown. Okay, I'll play the game. Ref goes, if he, Are you giving yourself up? Do you not want to go forward anymore? Is that what you're doing here? And then he just goes, how about this, buddy? Touchdown. Thanks. Blow it. Thank you. Jamar Chase is a weapon. Absolute weapon. Football is awesome. We got some big games this weekend. We're all pretty jacked up about it. Are you ready for the picks later in the show, AJ?
Yeah, I think I am. It does feel good that both of us starting out 1-0 this week. That definitely helps, I think, getting a quick start.
It does. And for our picks, I think we should go to Tone Diggs. There's some stats already coming out about this weekend. The games, the top 3 most bet teams, ticket and money-wise.
Yeah, there are a ton. Obviously, the Lions and the Texans, because the Lions have looked so good and the Texans have looked just not like the Texans as of late. So you're going to get a lot of Lions money. When the Lions are obviously covering and winning, they're going to be a huge public favorite. The Bills, they're not playing a great team, so you're going to see a lot of Bills money, obviously. And then
what are you talking about?
What?
What are you saying?
Well, the Bills are. I can't remember.
You tell me.
I can't remember who the Bills are playing.
You know who the Bills are playing. Why was it at 5, then it moved 4? What do you think that's saying?
That's because I think the books respect the Colts. Okay, that's what I think. Not the public.
Doesn't sound like it. Yeah.
And then your Pittsburgh Steelers, okay, because Tomlin is 26-5 against rookie quarterbacks, and they're dogs. So we'll see.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a man walking over here that we can see and feel. Mm-hmm. I don't know if now is the right time to put him on the program. We might want to wait until the top of the next hour so we don't appear to be disrespectful. But is it more disrespectful to have him stand here and not come on the show?
Can he hear it?
And the sun's coming out.
He cannot hear us. That's why we're having this conversation right now. He's far enough away not to be able to hear us talking. He's walking through the stadium.
Briskly.
He could probably.
Someone get in his ear and explain the situation.
Can he hang through the break?
We don't give you a good chunk of time.
Yeah, but I don't know if he can hang through the break. Hey, how's it going, Coach?
It looks like they're walking right
Still can't hear us. Feels like they're going to walk right on set here.
Okay.
All right, good. I'm going to settle in and watch this. I can't wait to watch you handle this.
Somebody needs to tell him that we just need to wait this thing about 12 minutes or so. Oh, does he have 12 minutes?
No,
he's walking right over.
Every minute is sketchy.
He's on a mission.
Talk us through this.
Coach, good to see you.
Take us through
Coach,
this.
good to see you.
All right. I'll leave you guys to it.
Yeah, come on. Come on, Coach, sure. Hey, see you,
Con, man, give me your ears.
So much.
Let them use your ears.
Good to see you. Yeah.
Coach, good to see you.
All right.
How are you doing? Hey, is there any way we have a hard out happening in like 9 minutes?
What do you mean?
We don't want to disrespect you, though.
9 minutes? Whatever you want.
Can you come after the hard out?
In 9 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go do something.
No. Can you? Oh, I don't want you to leave. Oh, we got about 9 minutes. So we're going to be back live top of the hour about 11 minutes from now.
11 minutes.
Is that okay?
Yeah, we'll 11 minutes.
Run some sprints.
How long are we going to be on for?
You tell me. How much time do you got? 10, 15, 20?
I got like 15 minutes.
Sweet.
Okay.
All right.
I like. They tell him good shoes too. I like his shoes.
That was good. Hey, Connor, come on back, buddy. Hey, everybody in Indianapolis says those are great shoes. Yeah, that's what they're saying. Thank you, man.
Look at that.
Good for you.
Well done. Well done, sir.
Congratulations. That was awesome.
And that's how it's done.
What's he supposed to say?
And everyone saw it.
Yeah, a little peek behind the curtain there.
Inside baseball.
I'll tell you, he's leaving the stadium. He is back at
Motherfucker, I gotta walk away and come back now.
He's going on a 12-minute walk right now just to where we can see. I don't know if he's going to be back in time for top of the hour, but he looked good. Didn't he look sharp?
Oh,
he looked very sharp.
Right as he gets up the tunnel, he is screaming at the top of his lungs until his
Whoever
face
the
turns
SID,
bright red.
Whoever their SID is,
Yeah.
probably, you know.
Who set this up?
I don't know how.
He's giving
just
somebody an earful.
As a fellow Irishman, like Brian Kelly is, I assume, and my face turns the same color as his, living in this humidity would have been a part of the decision making.
Especially dressing up. Like, look how nice he looked. He's got a sport coat on and like pants. Like, that would be tough
Sport
all
coat,
year.
buttoned on, khaki. I mean, we are dying. We are sweating so hard. My pants are drenched. Right?
Yes.
That just needs to be completely understood. Hey, shout out to Coach Kelly.
Thanks, Coach.
Way to
LSU by a million.
Yeah,
way to duck, dip. He did. Now
will he come back?
Where is he? Can you see him now? Or is he still walking on the field? Where is he?
he's gone. He's out. I'm telling you, he's 12 minutes away right now.
You can hear the car tires screeching away soon.
Pat, when you were showing the stadium earlier, like, it does look like it goes straight up. It is an impressive sight.
Awesome. It looks cool.
Yeah, it is. It is the area up there, like that thing.
Yeah, crazy.
Really adds an intimidating factor because it's like sitting on top of.
That's the newest part, I would assume, right? That's the most recent addition.
It feels like it looks very good. This whole area, it all looks very new.
Yeah,
it's all very clean, very new. The Jumbotron, obviously, there's a massive one up here too. I mean, like,
sweet. Oh, wait, they have
gigantic. Three.
Is that bigger than the Colts? Is that bigger than Lucas Oil?
All right, shut up.
I'm legit asking. It's been like since 2015. I haven't been there.
Come on.
Yeah, that one is bigger than both of the Colts combined.
Okay, but none of them.
Easily.
This has to be a record-breaking one up here. I don't know what it is, but this one. Remember, what was it? South Carolina.
Oh shit!
Jeez.
That's what I'm saying. That thing is gigantic.
Like 60 yards long.
Yeah, it is full.
Okay, so
field.
Zito just told me that online they're saying that has been added this year. It is wider than the field, I think.
Oh,
yeah,
it is wider than the field.
53 and a third.
Spans what?
152 feet.
152 feet.
So that's just the middle part. The outside parts, I assume, are not counting. The Coca-Cola Tiger things
speakers
are not counting.
Speakers?
I mean, suck that Tiger thick. Thick. That's one of the greatest chants in the history of school. I don't know how I don't lead off the show with that one tomorrow.
Gonna have to. I mean, I don't think you have a chance.
Yep.
$19.8 million renovations into this stadium last offseason.
Wow.
Nice.
Damn.
So they are.
The scoreboard.
Does that even cover a scoreboard?
That LED board has to be a massive piece of that. I mean, that is.
I mean, if you told me that was $80 million, I'd say okay.
Like 100 years too. They're celebrating 100 years of the Tiger Stadium. So I mean, you're talking about a lot of ball being played in here.
No wonder Mike 7 can't show up. 100 years? You kidding me? I can't. If he comes in here at the 100-year anniversary, he will have to eat somebody.
Oh,
that's what they did.
You're saying Mike 7 saying you don't want me out there.
Look, if I'm out there, I can channel Mike 1 in my brain, and Mike 1's telling me I got to eat somebody.
All right. Tone, you talked about the gambling favorites. I didn't hear any of it because I eyeballed Coach Brian Kelly as he was doing. Anything notable we need to think about here as we head into the weekend, pal?
The favorites, now obviously not last night, but the favorites the last 4 weeks are on a historic run, as we talked about, and that's really gotten the public back into it after a terrible start for the public at the beginning of the year, like historically bad beginning of the year, then historically good the last 4 weeks, and a lot of it's been because the favorites have been winning and covering, which is huge. But that's really been the story of the season so far.
How about college ball? Has it been the same, or what's the college trends? Do we know?
It's weird. College goes opposite of NFL, it feels like. At the beginning of the year, a lot of college gamblers were doing really well when the NFL was not. And then the last few weeks, a lot of college gamblers have been getting hammered, especially on the weeks like last week when 7 top 25 teams teams lose. And 4 of them to unranked teams. Like that was a bad week, obviously, for the public gamblers. But no, it feels like if awkwardly, if you do well on Saturday, you're not going to do well on Sunday, and vice versa.
Okay, and I appreciate that at sports books. What I think we need to know is that Oregon has a thumbs down mentality. Okay, and
that's right.
I thought Texas A&M was potentially going to run the table because of what I heard coming out of the tunnel, and then they go to South Carolina and lose. I think this video that was released by the Oregon football media social media team. Oh, look at! Have you seen this, AJ? The Gladiator stuff from Dane Lanning?
Oh yeah, it's pretty impressive.
I'm going to tell you to look up at the stands at some point in this game, and you're going to start to see them empty out. We've made the decision before we've even stepped on the field all day. It's thumbs down. It's no mercy. And when this thing's over with, we're going to ask, are you not entertained? Right? Are you not entertained?
Just watch this a couple days ago, by the way.
I told you about this moment on Monday. Look around. Look around. Yes, sir.
Where'd they go?
Are you not entertained?
Calls a timeout to do this.
That's
Are
awesome.
you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
These guys remember that.
But to look at the arena.
What a video.
Whole team doing this. Every celebration they had was this. It's like it feels like they have found their mantra going forward. Yeah. Whole teams, and I saw a group of guys in that video. The whole video is 14 minutes. It is phenomenally well done. I mean, it is very, very good. But you're talking about guys creating dances with the thumbs down being a part of it, like at a part of their celebration, and then them buying in, that being the message. It's like they're looking to kill people. That is what they are looking to do. And then they're calling a timeout and being like, just like we fucking said it would.
Yep.
That is a confidence that, I mean, not a lot of people get to, but if you have it, man, it's going to be hard to think Oregon doesn't go on and do this thing this year.
And they're doing that in Michigan. Like we're talking about their first year in the Big Ten. The whole idea with AJ, we've been screwing with them. Hey, if Oregon comes in here to the Big Ten, waltzes in, puts their thumb down all over your guys' conference, are you shitting me? And they do that. I mean, it's unbelievable. They're the clear favorite. It feels like at this point, especially with Dan Lanning leading the way.
What a psycho Dan Lanning is, by the way. All week we talked about it. We kill these people. Okay, we're walking into their Coliseum. Okay, the biggest stadium in the country. We're walking in the national champs house. That's how he's selling it. And this is what we're doing. Boom. Hey. And I think it all started from a Coach K speech that he gave. He was like, one of my favorite moments with our team is when we go into somebody else's house and then they're just trickling out at the end because we beat their ass so much. And Dan Lanning's like, that's who we are. If you got that mentality with that talent, I'm pulling for him because it's a thumbs down mentality, AJ.
Brian Kelly next.
There is a crowd of about 30 people moving through the back end of the business field here. And in the middle of it is this black Samoan man who has become the most famous human on earth.
Great guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the GOAT, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Yeah. There's thousands of people skipping class to come see your big ass.
Listen, there is thousands and thousands of your skipping class. It doesn't matter if they go to class.
Moana is one of the best animated films of all time.
What?
Okay? Can't wait for the live action.
Thank you, yes.
But
You're welcome.
we talk about Moana,
What can I say except you're welcome?
and we talk about Moana.
Honestly, listen, kid, I could go on and on. I could explain every natural phenomenon. The tide, the grass, the ground. Oh, that was Maui just messing around. I couldn't even buried its guts, sprouted a tree, now you got coconuts. What's the lesson? What does it take away? Don't mess with Maui when he's on a breakaway. And the temperature here on my skin is a map of the victories I win. Look where I've been to make everything happen. Look at the me new Maui just tickety-tapping. That's it.
Still got it.
On the Samoan side, Polynesian side, we have a word called mana. Mana is spirit. Mana is power. Mana comes from in here. It's the thing that gives you goosebumps. It's that thing you feel. It's that thing when I walked out and we felt this thing. This is mana. This is mana. It's very, very, very real, and you could feel it. Mwah. Little things like I don't get driven anywhere. I don't want to get driven anywhere. I don't like chauffeurs. Keeps me in my way just a little grounded. Like I could drive myself everywhere and not telling some guy, hey, take me here, take me there.
That is something I'm going to start saying, like, yeah. Because when they open your door, you feel so bad. I can open my own door, dude. They're trying to be courteous. It's their job. But also, the day I stop opening my own door is the day I become a big old bitch.
Here we go.
That's a big cup. Sorry, Mike.
And here's the iconic sound. You guys know it. This special Terramana toast goes out to Passion. Congratulations on your show. Very proud of you. Very proud of all you boys. And to all of you, love you guys. Thank you for the support. Keep kicking ass. Cheers. In my world, when I sit down and we're talking about movies and all this other shit, it's never this. It's never this, back with the boys, and you. So I appreciate it, and this one's to you. Thank you, boys.
See you, pal. Cheers.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a 5-minute break here.
Oh, hold on, one more. If you're some man.
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey, Dwayne, let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pig!
Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life.
Hour 2 of the Pat McAfee Show coming at you. Friday, November 8th, Pat and Conman are down in Baton Rouge at Tiger Stadium for a huge matchup tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m.
Football!
There we go. Pat, I'm not sure the situation with Brian Kelly, if he's still taking a walk around the stadium, whatever's happening. But, yeah, how are you guys doing down there? Is it still humid?
Yes.
Is it ever?
Yeah, it is. It is still thick. That's Boston Connor. Gumpy is here as well over here in his little X and social media ripping corner. He looks fantastic.
Can we see him?
Just mentioned.
Can we pan?
Yeah. Can we scan to the
Cameraman. Zoom in, cameraman.
You're okay. Cameraman, you've done a great job. You bought F-18s a week ago. Now you're catching Gumpy in his finest. And Gumps just mentioned what I think everybody echoes the sentiment of. He should have wore a cutoff tarp. Shouldn't have had the shirt on. That shirt's heavy. That shirt is thick. And Gumps, how do you feel, pal?
Mistakes were made. I knew I should have brought a cutoff in the backpack. That's on me, but it is beautiful in this stadium.
It is beautiful in the stadium. That's a great camouflage hat, too. That'll be beloved down here.
Yeah. Can't even see his head.
Well, top of his head for sure. Can't even see it. It's got a tiny little head.
Like Cena.
You know, that head's got a big brain, though, doesn't it, boys?
Huge.
Oh, yeah.
Huge.
Smarter than a bunch of people we've
ton of people.
That's right.
Ton of people we've Hell yeah, Gump.
I just like the
Streets,
visual.
not books. That's what I said. Streets, not book smart.
Yeah, I don't know if the street smarts really matter when it comes to the citizenship test, but I do think you'll figure it out, brother. You'll figure it out. He did a little bit Ladies and gentlemen, you can feel it. Can you feel it?
I can feel it. I can feel it.
Gumpy can feel it. We all can feel it. He's getting wired up right now. They're putting the ears on him. I could say with a matter-of-fact certainty, he is about 29 yards away from us right now.
Okay.
This field looks beautiful.
Yeah, it does.
And when he comes back, we'll join you guys. We're going to set up the microphone. It's a big deal. Brian Kelly has entered the field.
Okay, good. As they wait, Brian Kelly getting wired up. Ty, what do you think this game? What do you think is going to happen? Alabama travels to Baton Rouge, taking on LSU. What's the line tone? What's going on? What is the public expecting? Where's the money?
I think it's 2.5 or 3. Alabama is the favorite. Yeah, 2.5 right there. Bama is the favorite at
LSU's house. I mean, LSU has to win, right?
So does Alabama.
I mean, they both need. Yeah, I guess they both have
it
to.
is. I do think this is a must-win. I don't think there's going to be a 3-loss team in the playoff this year. Now, that's me saying that based on how the records have gone so far. Crazy things could happen.
Who do you think is going to win, though, for real? You put a big book out before the season. What's it called?
I did.
Tone's predictions of college football.
College football gambling guy.
There it is.
Stuff you need.
Where
to
did
know.
you have LSU preseason?
I didn't have them as high as Bama.
Okay.
And I think Bama wins this game, based off of how Texas A&M moved the ball against Bama with a running quarterback, and you have Milroe now, and I think Bama got right in this bye week, and they had a huge win against Mizzou before that, and LSU's coming off a tough loss to A&M, but I think maybe LSU wins this one. Yeah.
You think? Well, we'll see what happens to Alabama. I know they're wiring up coach right now, so you're probably scared to say you think Alabama's going to win. If you think he has his ears in,
I couldn't tell if he could hear me or not, though.
Yeah, well.
Putting him in a spot, AJ.
Oh, what do you know? We don't know. I think they're ready. Hey, Pat, what's up? Are you ready with a coach over there?
AJ, it's a big deal. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been joined for the second time today, and we appreciate you understanding and dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodging with us on time. Ladies and gentlemen, head coach of the LSU Tigers, Brian.
Tip your applause for after the game, please.
Well, we're applauding you showing up here. We do appreciate it so much.
Are you kidding me?
Okay, so obviously I know of your existence because at Cincinnati, you were a thorn to our West Virginia team.
Listen, we were so happy to get out of there alive after the bottles were thrown at us.
Okay.
And no,
it's a real deal, though. West Virginia.
It was amazing, just the atmosphere going in and playing in Morgantown. I mean, you get a real football environment when you go in there. It was the Big East back then, as you remember.
Yep.
But going into that stadium, that was, for us at Cincinnati, that was an incredible atmosphere.
So let's talk about that. You have a lot of success at Cincinnati. Obviously, you go to Notre Dame, have a lot of success there. Then you find yourself down here at LSU. And we all saw it, didn't we? The family first night.
Oh, yeah.
How do you not? I've already started dropping into a Southern accent when I was here anyways. With
You do. I don't know how it happens. It's like my Boston accent. I lost that and I got a Southern accent.
There you go.
Yeah, but we just want to let you know, whenever that whole thing happened and a lot of people were killing you, we were very much in understanding because I am a chameleon as well.
Went to Ireland.
Started just started talking like an Irish fella, so that's going to happen. The recruiting, obviously the dancing you're doing down there.
Yeah.
Everybody's wondering, how will Brian Kelly work at LSU in the SEC? How has it been? And what are your thoughts on now coaching an SEC team, especially an LSU team that has high expectations literally every single game?
Yeah. Well, first of all, coming down to the South, for me, it was a step outside my comfort zone. I mean, I think you want to challenge yourself in everything that you do. I mean, in the show and in the businesses you're in, you're challenging yourself in everything that you do. So for me, it was that step outside the comfort zone for me. I'd never been down here. I've never been in the SEC, and I wanted that one more step. And since I've been here, coaching is such a across the board, the same thing at every stop. Guys that want to be great, they want the same thing. And developing players, putting programs together across the board, everybody wants the same thing. So whether you're in the South or you're in the Midwest or you're on the West Coast, it all becomes the same. Now, the weather's a little different. The food's a little bit different.
Because
my first couple of years, the acclimatization to it, I mean, I'm an Irish Catholic from Boston. So, I mean, I get a little red.
I do as well, yes.
It was, but after a couple of years, you get used to it. And I'd much rather have this than shoveling snow.
Very valid. Yeah, that's a very. I mean, right now I'm thinking about the drenched pants I'm wearing just from as soon as I land.
I can see you get a little bit sweaty down.
I'm an Irish lad as well, and I turn red as well. Yeah. And just this humidity, you being able to battle it personally, I think you should be proud of.
Yeah, thank you. I'll take a double applause.
I think you should be. There'll probably be 3 of them here if we really get into it. I've heard now, and I don't know much about everything that happens in the college football world, the recruiting world. I've heard a lot of Louisiana guys, like, it's almost their entire thing is to stay in Louisiana and play for LSU. A lot of loyalty to the state by people from Louisiana. Have you found that out as well? And is it very apparent?
No, I think this is the flagship university, and kids grow up wanting to be part of LSU and be here and play here. But I think there's a couple of states like that. I think it's like when I was at Cincinnati, really, Pat, it was you wanted to go and be a Buckeye. You wanted to go to Ohio State. And I think LSU is a lot like that in the same way that you grow up, you want to play at LSU. So you've got that ground base of support. And so for us, it's recruit the heck out of the state of Louisiana. And we do. And that's really, really important to us. Absolutely.
We got 4.2s just everywhere around here.
It's, for me, at Notre Dame, and I love my time at Notre Dame, but you're traveling all over the country. And
Catholic school kids, right? You're looking at.
Well, and look, I mean, they're high standards academically as well. And so, but you got to go into every state and pull the best kid out of that state, right? Here, you just need to pull your base and do a great job in the state of Louisiana. So it allows you to really develop deeper relationships over a longer period of time.
Oh, with like high school coaches.
Yeah, and really just spend a lot of time with those kids when they're, sophomores and juniors and seniors and build those relationships.
When you are recruiting those kids, Coach, and this is a huge story for tomorrow, do you ask them, hey, will you be nervous if there's a live tiger on the sidelines while we're playing? Or?
Listen, I'm a Tiger fan.
Okay.
Period.
Live tigers?
Yeah.
I'm a Tiger fan, period.
Okay, me too. I like tigers. I like live tigers. There's a tiger living outside here.
Right there.
Did you go see Mike Sepp?
Mike 7.
See this side?
I love the habitat over there, the way we do things over there. I mean, did you know those rocks are cooling rocks and heated rocks?
For Mike?
Why not? Only the best.
Agreed. That's
exactly.
lost in the story, it sounds like. Now, you talk about Ohio kids wanting to go to Ohio State. We have the face of that. AJ Hawks back in studio has a question for you, Coach.
Yeah,
AJ,
Coach.
Go ahead.
Yeah, great to see you, Coach. Obviously, an unbelievable environment you will have there. You have every single game. But I'm just wondering, as far as recruiting, how many recruits do you think you're going to have at the game tomorrow? And how important is a game like this to showcase to all these people that are already committed or you possibly want to have commitments from?
Obviously, AJ, this is a huge environment for us. We'll have upwards of 300 recruits and families here. We've got a couple of official visits that will happen, which will be the targeted ones. But this, obviously these are huge, right? And they're targeted when it's LSU, Alabama. Everybody has that on their schedule, and they want that as their official.
Yeah,
it's like paint. Perfect.
I mean,
it's a straight line.
Right?
Beautiful.
Well, let's get the paint on there.
How straight that line
no
is,
paint,
Coach.
no field, no field, no
It's
game.
got to look good.
No game, no recruiting.
Absolutely. So, I mean, and it's got to look good for recruiting, right?
I get it. We get it.
So let's talk about the LSU-Bama rivalry.
Yeah.
I think I've learned about it a lot this week from listening to Coach Saban talk about it whenever he was at Bama. Obviously, he has been here before, won a national championship here, so a lot of connections in it. This is a massive one, right? And you talk about targeting for recruiting,
no doubt,
for everything.
No doubt. And we run into them, in so many ways, not only on the recruiting trails, but, we're in competition for so many different things. And so these kids love this opportunity. This is why they sign up to either go to Alabama or LSU to play in this game. So I really don't need to say much. You go to a practice, Pat, and you know what this is like.
Oh, yeah.
These kids are so locked in to what they're doing and their preparation because they live for this opportunity. So it will be an exciting atmosphere.
You lose Jaden.
Yep.
He's pretty good.
Yeah. He's good at football.
I think that's a good description. He has walked right. He's potentially going to win the MVP and the Offensive Rookie of the Year if they're able to somehow maintain this incredible heater they're on over there with Cliff Kingsbury, which seems possible because of Jaden's leadership. Obviously, you lose a couple wide receivers as well. Tell me about this year's team. Nussmeier seemingly is figuring it out on the offensive side.
He is. He's a first-year starter, but a very talented player. And I think the growth, obviously, has happened from week to week. Obviously, turning the football over against A&M was, certainly that growth that he'll need to have as you go into a game like Alabama. You can't turn the football over and expect to live.
Yeah.
But I think that's his maturation. I think this comes down to you have to be good at all phases when you play in games like this. You can't play 2 quarters against A&M and look real good at halftime and then turn it over in the second half and expect to live on the road. That's the same thing in these games. You got to play 4 quarters of really good football and special teams. You saw saw our special teams debacle. We've got to play well in special teams. You got to play well on offense and defense. If you do that, we got a great chance.
Yeah, it does feel like sometimes you get the SEC though.
Oh, each and every week.
Every week.
Oh,
I assume you respected it, but then you get there and you're like, okay. I think Urban Meyer said in the NFL. He said every week it's Alabama. It's like it feels like now in the SEC it's like every week because NIL I think is helping a lot of teams.
Yeah, and I just think that when you go on the road in this league, I mean the fan base, it is so engaged. It is such an advantage when you go on the road that you have to play through all of that, the distractions of doing that, and you better play well for 4 quarters. If not, you're in trouble.
Where are you from?
Massachusetts originally.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but listen,
Great state.
listen, I got Midwest in me. You know what I mean? I got South Bend.
I know you're there.
I got Cincinnati.
Yeah.
What's my problem? What's my problem?
I
You
got
know what my
Michigan.
problem is. You know what my problem is. We got one mass hole.
There's a couple
You can't
a couple guys.
two, that makes a quorum. We're in trouble. Yeah, that's
AP Tone has a question for you.
Yeah, Coach. Obviously, before your time, you had Odell and Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase, and then last year you have Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas Jr. drafted at the wide receiver position. And then you Aaron Anderson and Kyron Lacey this year are unbelievable. Where on campus is the wide receiver factory located?
Yeah, is it around here? Is it outside next to the Tiger?
Listen, it's the water in the state of Louisiana. I think, look, and we talked about this, the high school football here, the ability for kids to play all year round and really develop because they love this game. They're outdoors playing this game. They're not playing PlayStation, not doing other things. They're playing football since they're little kids, and they just grow up playing this game. It is. It's awesome. They're outdoors playing things, playing games, playing pickup, getting together and doing that instead of sitting on the couch and doing other things other than playing the game.
You can also go hogging and frogging out here, too. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to do because it's so hot all the time.
It's great.
Might as well utilize the...
Get outside. Let's play some games. Let's do things. Hey, I wanted to ask you, and I didn't want to interrupt, but what did you think of the field goal posts here?
The double ones?
Yeah.
I think it's old school, right?
Does it give you a visual kind of difference?
What's the reason?
Yeah, because obviously we're the double goal post, the H goal post compared to the single, the one post.
Yeah.
Coach, I like that. I like that you're asking Pat. If he says no, I don't like it as a kicker, are you going to change it? Or are you going to keep it?
No, I'm going to keep it because that means anybody that's a visitor that comes in here has got to deal with that.
Correct.
And
it does look odd.
And we have them on our practice field, so we see them every single day. So I want to know if that's a real advantage for us.
It does kind of screw with you,
It messes with you a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, because like the single one, it goes out.
Yeah.
The single one, it goes out. So optically, it looks bigger.
It's a little different, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, there you go.
There's your advantage.
Okay, that's... I didn't even...
Might come down to a kick.
Because just optically, I was trying to piece it together there, and it's been a while since I've kicked a field goal, but like when it's a single one and then it goes out, like it just looks
different
because it looks bigger. This one, it's like just straight up.
Yep.
It's like, wait a second, feels like I'm kicking. And then this big ass board, $19.8 million you guys put into the stadium?
Yes, 19 point something million into the stadium, the ribbon boards, the video boards, the lighting. We've got the light show. It's an amazing atmosphere. But look, as you know, it all depends on how you play. And we traditionally are going to play well in here, and that brings the entire atmosphere together.
102,000, I think it's the 5th largest stadium in America.
It's a great environment.
That's awesome. Go ahead, Connor.
Yeah, Coach, you have kind of lived through the BCS era where you got to win every game, and if you lose one game, the whole entire season's ruined. And now with the 12-team playoff, it's a little different. You know, you can win, and you can get in with 2-3 losses maybe. How much better is that as a coach? Because every week you're not living and dying with your entire season. Obviously, you want to win every game, but is there a different feel to it this year because there is that little leeway, especially in the SEC?
Yes and no. I mean, I think what's been hard for coaching, across the board is there's so many distractions now that just keeping your team locked into week is hard enough.
Because of this, you think?
Yeah, it's attached to their hand.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
unbelievable. So they hear all of these shows. They hear all of the information that's out there. So it's really been about eliminating distractions from week to week. But It is, I think, from a big picture standpoint, there's so many teams that are still part of this now going later into October. I remember, when the shows first started talking about the teams, there'd only be about 8 or 10 teams that really had a chance. Now there's 20, 25 teams that really have a chance. I think it's good for college football.
Army still in the conference.
Absolutely.
Could you imagine? I mean,
no doubt.
It's going to go bananas. But to his point about the SEC and the Big Ten, I'm excited to see, how much they are in favor in the 12 seeds this year going forward. I think there's going to, I don't want to say, what does it say? Something settles?
Yeah.
Everything kind of settles in. I think that's going to happen with this 12-team playoff.
Agreed. And I also think the first year there's going to be a little bit of, okay, that's the way it's going to go this year. But moving forward, I think we're all going to learn from this first year. And I think you might see, hey, strength of schedule might play a bigger role moving forward.
Yeah.
Who you play versus who you didn't play. I think that's going to play a role in it. But I think we're going to get through the first year, and I think we're going to hammer down maybe a little bit better on who those 12 teams should be.
Hammer. Dahn. Ty Schmidt has the last question for you back in Indianapolis. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, Coach, everyone always talks about how the SEC is different, and while that is true if you just watch the games, coming from Notre Dame, the expectation, you have to win every week there, too. So
yes.
Did you know, do you think being at Notre Dame kind of prepared you for this, and at what point did you kind of recognize, hey, the SEC is different, whether it was the spring game or, week in, week out, because your time at Notre Dame, you obviously you made the playoff, and it's not like you're playing spring chickens every week. Your nationally televised games, kind of like the one you're going to play in tomorrow.
Yeah, no question. The expectations of being at Notre Dame prepare you for a program like LSU or Alabama. I mean, because the standard is, win a championship, because you're not playing for a conference championship at Notre Dame. You're playing to get in the playoffs and win a championship. So the expectations of Notre Dame coming here, I've got that down. The difference in the SEC compared to the competition that I was playing week in and week out is edge players, defensive linemen, and probably just the overall top-end skill player kind of is a wow.
Yeah.
And that's what hit me first being in the SEC. That player is exceptional, and I didn't see that player each and every week.
So that guy runs 4.3 right there? Yeah. The guy on the other side, he runs 4.25.
Oh,
what about the guy outside? Oh, yeah, 4.18.
He's 17.
He just graduated. He actually skipped his last semester. He can't even go to the prom. He runs faster than all of them. So it is phenomenal to watch. How do you feel about the suck that tiger thick, I think is what they say about the humidity and
it's something like that. You guys, listen, this must be a PG show now.
No. We dance.
Got it.
It is.
Very good. I think your sponsors are loving it.
No, they actually get on board because we.
Oh, good.
It's the opposite.
Hear you. We love it. I mean, it's part of what we do, and it's who we are. And sometimes we have to apologize. Most of the time, we go, "That's pretty cool."
Yeah, don't ever apologize. Don't ever apologize. And that same thing goes for a live tiger. It's going to be on the sideline. That's cool. That's sweet. That's sports. And thank you so much for taking time twice
pleasure, guys.
for us today.
No. I'm glad I had.
Where did you go? Where did you go? We saw you walk.
My locker room's back in there. We went in there and we did some push-ups and we had a cold beer.
Oh, really? I love it down here. I love it down here. Coach, we appreciate you, man. Good luck. Say hello to your entire family.
Yeah, my family.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brian Kelly.
Thanks, Coach.
That's 3 claps. 3 claps for you, Brian. All right, sweet.
Weapon.
It's hard not to drop into a southern accent whenever you're around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just these
family.
These southerns, when you're around these southerns, it's hard not to. You almost sound like, hey, thank you, Mike. See you, buddy.
Hell yeah, boys.
See you, Brian. Hell yeah, brother.
Hey,
Hell yeah, brother.
I saw their new light show that they did with all that money this year. That place is sweet now at night. Well, and obviously the night thing, that their record at night is unbelievable. I can't wait for tomorrow night.
Yeah, so I think, that's almost a part of the entire... Our clock is getting blown all over the place down here. That was a great... Hey, that was a good one. Someone tried to sneak in under here to fix the clock, puts it all the way back, works his ass off to stay out of the way, put the clock back up, and then just one wind gust comes, that thing just starts boom, boom. Anyway, the wind is welcomed. We would like to tell the wind.
Wind.
Keep the wind coming down here. The light shows and everything, I think that's a part of your recruiting now. it's a part of the thing. Like, we saw Texas A&M's, we've seen Tennessee's, we've seen Alabama's. Obviously, night in Death Valley is just absolutely insane. And I think it's just a part of it now. Like, you're expected to have one of those if you're a real program. You know what I mean, AJ? I think you're just expect to have it, which is why the Penn State people were so pissed that they weren't able to put that thing on such a high last week. Like, it's a big deal if your program has it or not.
I mean, look at this, right? Like, what's on the screen right now, it's unreal. And he said the ribbon boards, those ribbon boards are what's like halfway up the stadium, all the different things that you can not only sell ads to, but they add to those crazy light shows. They were showing Joe Burrow warm up last night, Pat, and he's just warming up, throwing as they're introducing the Ravens, and the whole place is dark. They have like purple lights going and kind of going over. It just looks amazing. Like the game day atmosphere at night, it's next level. Like there's nothing tops it, I don't think.
Technology is really like kind of advanced, I think, in that whole world. Because it used to be like, let's hope these lights stay on for the entire game.
And if they don't, it's going to take an hour to get them back on.
Let's do it. And I don't think there was ever any forethought like, it's a night game. That means these fans who are booze bags have been able to drink all day. You know, they think that is almost the advantage, is that you have a little bit more loose crowd. They've been revved up for it all day. It's under the lights. It has a big feel. But now it's like not just light. Now it's like we got to make this an even better home field advantage. The chants, the song selection, the down period, the up period. Because if it is a night game, especially if game day's in town, these fans have been up since 5 a.m. So it's like your environment, not just on the field, what's happening on the field, your environment keeps the crowd engaged, which I don't want to send everything back to this, but which is why I was so impressed with Taylor Swift. It was 3.5 hours. It was 3.5 hours of just juice. And it's like these college football stadiums are trying and do most of the time accomplish that feat, where it's like if you have juice for the entirety of the game, there's going to be laws. Used to be laws, I feel like, in primetime games a lot more than there are now, especially with the modern, thoughts and strategy behind the game day experience. But there used to be laws where people are like falling asleep almost. It's pretty quiet. Now it's like we can take care of that. We play one song. We got this tradition here. We're going to hit these lights to do this. We're going to bring this in. It's like there is a method to all of it, but I think it's a benefit too if you do it for your home field advantage.
Well, and that's why I like the MCs. Like I feel like we talk about the MCs that are great because when we went to Alabama, like of course the lights are awesome and they do the sing along with the Dixieland Delight and they do all of that, but then the MC actually like guiding the crowd. Like when we were in Indiana, same type of thing. Like
they just didn't have any speakers. Nobody could hear.
Yeah, no one could hear him. But this guy was laying it out on the line for his school, and that is another aspect. And to your point about the lights, it's almost like part of the facility. It's like, yeah, we got this sweet new, training room. We got this awesome new weight room. Check out these lights that we play at night, and you can be on the field with 100,000 people going ballistic as this happens.
There's a reason why millions and millions of dollars have been spent on these lights across these universities. Now, back in the day, before NIL, I would have said the reason why they're spending $5-6 million on these light shows is because they can't show a profit. So obviously they have to spend all this money. So I'm surprised that it hasn't happened sooner, but it feels like modern technology, the LED lights, the ideas. Also, there's people that this is their job. Like, how do we, I assume there's some sort of sociology degree in it about maintaining people's energy and what hits, what doesn't hit. And it's like a focus for teams. And down here, I guess, this shit is bananas, I guess, down here. Is what
300 recruits. Can you believe 300 recruits he said are going to be, and then some targeted guys taking official visits. I guess you're one of their top studs if they're asking you to take official visits or they're targeting you for this game.
Yeah, but you got to make sure those other 280 don't know that they're not targeted.
Yeah, how do you do that? How do you make that?
I don't know.
I don't get it.
I don't know, because are they cock of the walking right in front of the rest of the recruits? It's all bums. It's all bums.
It's all the gift bag. I mean, some guys, they get kind of the poopy candy, maybe the poopy chips. Then other guys, they're getting the Snickers, they're getting the Kit Kats, they're getting the Reese's. They're not getting,
Oreo sticks.
Oh, no, well.
Hershey bars.
Hey,
Hershey bar.
Easy.
Okay.
Hershey bar.
See, that's an example where you can throw a Hershey bar in because it's still great. You're still giving it to a recruit.
But
He's still pumped about it.
To the targeted recruit?
But it's not Reese's. That's not the discussion that we had.
Just like I said, boys. Just like I said.
I'm talking about the I'm talking about like the Rolos and the Dots and those types of candies.
Yeah.
You're
Dots
not even giving those out, okay?
What
Hershey's, you're
about
still
nerds?
giving to the recruits you want.
Not the targeted one.
Not the top. No, I never said Hershey's were up there with Reese's and Kit Kats and peanut M&M's.
Okay.
I said they were still up there as a top tier candy. Can someone help me out back there?
Nah,
Jeez Louise.
I don't know why. I don't know. You walked
right.
right into that. You shouldn't even have said
Sorry
it.
about it,
You
pal.
walked right into it. And
Connor,
you know
were-
you did.
You were on such a roll, we couldn't stop you. But I don't know. What's the base of all those candies? Hershey chocolate.
No,
That's
yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the main ingredient and the good ones. Okay, got it. AJ.
Yeah, you guys have fun with your
Wait, so-
1-star recruits. I'll take all the 5-star recruits. Have fun with those guys.
So are Hershey's for the
Hershey
1-stars?
one-star.
A Hershey for the 1-star?
Walking
Yeah,
around
that
here.
is the
Give me a
angle.
break.
Basically, yesterday, Foxy said that he hates Hershey.
Yeah,
Hershey bars.
he said
Yeah,
you
that's
guys
what
are
happened.
old men for
that's
eating
not what
chocolate bars.
Okay.
That's not what happened.
Okay.
What about
We
s'mores,
like
Fox?
cho-
They're for s'mores.
That's what I
walked
said,
this out.
Hawk. It's
Yeah.
exactly what I said. Hershey bars are only for s'mores. You don't go to a gas station and pick a Hershey bar and eat it by itself.
He's kind of right there.
And I said wrong.
Not kinda.
it still would
Not
taste
kinda.
good
He
if
is-
you ate it, but
Correct.
Hershey bars are bought to make your kids s'mores.
AJ, everything Evan said was 100% right. And I walked in late to the conversation. This guy's screaming.
Whatever.
Obviously
Wait, Con
screaming
Man
about it.
disagrees?
Oh, screaming. I mean, they all.
I wasn't the only one, but now I am.
Well, no. It started because he's not only doing that. He's also putting Hershey bar under like terrible candy. He's putting Hershey like under like Whoppers and shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't hear that. I didn't.
Yeah, he ranked
Yeah,
them
he
all.
took a
and it was
picture
last
of it.
beneath a freaking Whopper, brother.
I mean, are we nuts?
Like a-
we're talking
like
about
a Burger
We're
King?
talking about fucking
no,
chocolate
like a
here.
ball.
It's all good, right?
Yeah, bingo. It's
like paper
fucking
bacon.
sue me for liking chocolate. For Christ's sake.
You know what the Hershey
I
bars
said
that have
I
nuts in
said
them?
that 10 times yesterday in the middle of this argument. I come walking in and Ty goes, "Oh, we don't like chocolate anymore? Okay, sue me.
Yeah.
I like chocolate." Like I'm like, wow, that's pretty dramatic what's going on here. But then Foxy's chirping right back. Foxy was chirping right back from the other side. So I tried to catch up. My takeaway from the battle was, yes, we'll eat chocolate. I'm a chocolate guy. I think Foxy's a chocolate guy.
Yes.
But Hershey's is not like, it's not up. The Hershey bar is not up there with any of the other
No one
candies
thinks
that are
about a
good.
Hershey bar to buy just, hey, okay, I'm going to check out of Publix
Exactly.
or whatever in Florida, wherever you are, and you're going to buy a
I'm gonna
Hershey
stand
bar.
on
I've
that.
never
Eat it solo.
I've
No
never
one's
seen
just-
that.
Hershey bars for
Yeah,
the
I've never
rest
seen
of
that
my
happen.
freaking
put it up there, Foxy.
Wrong.
Put up your
Never happened.
Foxy. Put up
That's
your
why they
stupid
introduced
list.
the cookies.
Hershey's
Oh.
with almonds. I'll
Yeah,
say
that's my
What's this
list.
about?
See, this is
Coming
great.
from the guy who has 3 Musketeers in the top 3.
Oh, my God.
I love Three Musketeers.
And Milky Way above it? You got Milky Ways above Hershey's?
Yeah,
I didn't know
100%.
that. I didn't know
100%.
that.
Whoppers! No one if you
This
eat
is how it
Whoppers,
started, Pat.
Guess what? You're an asshole.
Whoppers aren't too bad.
Newsflash.
I need
You got no
Whoppers.
friends and you're an asshole if you eat Whoppers.
Foxy, can't be putting this shit out in the public.
What are you talking about? Who eats a Hershey bar by itself? It goes with s'mores.
Millions
or
of people.
you melt
That's
it
how
and
they
you dip
became
strawberries
the number
in
one
it, or you
chocolate
dip
bar in the
marshmallows
entire
in it.
world.
You don't eat
Millions
a Hershey
of
bar
people do it.
itself.
It's the only chocolate bar. Is there any
Yeah,
other
but
chocolate
it
bar
was-
that's
it-
just
For a
chocolate?
reason.
It was the number one chocolate bar in the world, like when Johnny Carson was the number one show, and it was the only option. Okay,
Right.
There's more options now. The
There were
options that
other
Foxy put out
chocolate
there-
makers then too. They got wiped out because they stunk.
Boom.
Yeah, but nobody created a Reese's at that. I mean, there is a lot of history in respect to Hershey's doing its thing. And I did not see this list right here. Okay, I wouldn't have jumped on Foxy's side as soon as I walked in. 3 Musketeers, that is disgusting.
That's
You're an
awful.
embarrassment
They're
to the
so
program
good.
there.
Awful.
They're so good.
Oh,
Get out of
Third.
No, and
He's
the-
got above a Kit Kat.
The point was, you don't eat a Hershey by itself unless you're a grandpa. And I called all those guys grandpas because they're old men.
I'm only eating Hershey's for the rest of my life. That's it.
Speaking of old men,
That's it. That's it. I'm done.
I don't want to see
I'm
this
done with
angle of the thing.
You won't.
Can't wait.
You won't. Guess what? You won't.
How are those Oreo sticks going? Is everything good there or no?
I miss them every day.
Do they still make
You
them?
don't.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I've never seen them.
How come you haven't bought them yourself?
Yeah.
Someone sent like 200 to the office. I just haven't
there is
broken
a
them open
secret
yet.
supply.
That's great news. Don't put them in that drawer. The drawer can't be contaminated by your crop.
No, I save them for a rainy day when things really go south.
What's that mean?
Don't bring it up. We have a good weekend ahead.
Yeah, yes, we do.
Remember, we're this right now. Remember?
No, I agree.
Everybody's united. Everybody's united. Speaking of being united, you see the Coastal Carolina coach, Matt Berry, I believe he calls Thursday night college football games.
Yep.
And he's been going live from all these campuses. It's been quite a nice little scene. Coastal Carolina coach, chug a beer with him.
Beast.
How do we feel about that? I love it. I would like to bet on the the surf turf down there at Coastal Carolina. I love what Matt Berry's been doing, too. I think this is a good idea, good concept. He goes to every one of these campuses. I think it's like 2 cameras, a couple microphones, says we're here. SportsCenter's gotten a lot better with Matt because of it, I think, in the environment. And the Coastal Carolina coach, you were going, you know what? Cheers to you guys coming down here. Here's the breezes that blows through the trees. Okay, and then chugs that thing. I love it. I love what sports is at, or where sports is at right now. Everybody is seemingly having a good time with sports, and that is that's a beautiful thing. We need it, brother.
Yeah, Josh Norman was down there. They were doing like this little contest, throwing a ball through a tiny, tiny hole. Basically impossible. It's like a 30-yard throw. But these environments are the best, especially when it's like kind of kicking off the weekend of college football. The guys are kind of bringing this up because the cameraman that was with them trying to film this little contest they had going, I'm not kidding. I don't know if this guy had never filmed anything before, if he doesn't know what a camera is.
He was blind. But they had a blind guy doing it.
What do you mean? What happened? They weren't
that's
shot?
very nice of Matt Berry. There's never been a blind person that's been a cameraman. I think that's a good thing to do.
Yeah, and it was nice. Had no idea what the hell was going on.
Was he hammered? Did he drink his booze with the guys?
Yeah, was it his beer they were chugging? What happened, Ty?
Yeah, what happened?
To Connor's point, they had a tiny, I mean, we're talking State Fair hole. There's no way anyone was getting a football through it. I don't remember what the prize was. It was maybe like 10 grand or whatever the case was. They had the cameraman on, and this guy was just whipping it around all willy-nilly, every direction.
Making you sick, probably.
Felt like I was at, like the California Dreamin' at Universal Studios, like in one of those. I mean, it was, you didn't see one of the footballs go anywhere near the hole. Didn't see what was going on. It was crazy. I thought we were getting Joe. I mean, I thought we were getting Josh big time. Like some sort of
think
prank.
about that cameraman thought he was getting, or her thought they were getting a promotion after that.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it.
They say these people are going to win. I'm fucking Scorsese, bro. Okay, that's the mentality there. So I respect it, but also a drummer, just all we need.
He made a choice. You know, like actors make a choice to like speak with a lisp or do something crazy in a role. Like, did he make a choice? Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to step out on the ledge. This is going to earn me some awards.
I'm going to be the greatest camera person of all time. And we respect that, obviously, moving forward. Speaking of greatest of all time, Mac Jones is going to be playing football this week.
Here we go, baby.
Are we excited about that? Trevor Lawrence, obviously, the Jacksonville Jaguars season is what it is. He got broken off, paid a lot of money. Hadn't really had a lot of success on the football field in the NFL, but certainly throughout his high school days and college days, he did. He's injured, so now it's leaning towards Mac Jones starting for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Doug Peterson, obviously, sitting on a rather hot seat. Not as hot as it is down here in Baton Rouge right now.
No, not even close.
Not as thick as it is down here, but certainly a hot seat. How do you feel about this, AJ, with Mac Jones going against the Minnesota Vikings defense that just did what they did to the Indianapolis Colts?
Yeah, I mean, you talk about, Mac's been backing up Trevor and watching and doing everything, but now all of a sudden you're thrust back into the lineup against that B-flow defense in Minnesota. All the looks they'll show at you and whatever they're going to do. If Mac Jones could come in here and play well, this could do a lot for his career, I guess, but man, good luck. This is a tough time to be thrown right back into the fire.
I mean, return of the Mac. It's not just a tough time to be thrown right into the fire. I know some big brains, Darius J. Butler, have already put a hefty wager on the Minnesota Vikings because you think about what Brian Flores is about to do to Mac Jones. I feel terrible. I want
Mac Jones, a Pro Bowler.
He's a Pro Bowler. He served his time very well in New England.
Was it very well?
He served his time in New England.
What does that mean, awesome. Served his time? He wasn't in prison.
Quarterback.
He got screwed over a couple times. He had an offensive coordinator. They went to the playoffs, and then we had one guy who I don't think knows how to spell offense, call him plays, and then we had another guy who, wasn't the best. But I do worry about his, well-being going up against B-Flow.
Speaking of serving time, shout out to the boys in the Pendleton prison in Indiana.
Hell yeah.
Jelly Roll went there yesterday after talking to us, and I got a text from Jelly Roll. He said, all the boys were just watching me on your show before I got here.
Nice.
I guess the Pendleton prison. Awesome. Hey, listen, boys, once we get out of there, we're never going back. Never going back, boys. Getting out of there, going to go kick ass, contribute to society in a big way, and we're lucky that we're going to get to be a part of your time. I don't think we're necessarily the right show to watch in there,
we
but
are.
Yeah.
I guess the Pendleton Prison Boys really enjoy us, what Jelly Roll told me. And
What else are you going to watch?
speaking of Jelly Roll,
The View?
what's that, Tone?
It might.
So what else are you going to watch? The View?
I mean, you are.
Stephen A. Smith said he wouldn't do gubernatorial, wouldn't be a senator, but presidency, I'd do that one. That's a big statement. Stephen A. is running for president.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I've heard
Only
guys
if he
say
knew
that
he'd
like.
win, though. Only if he knew he'd win, he'd do it.
How's that work?
Well,
Somebody
yeah.
just comes up to him and says, Stephen A., you would be president? And he's
You're
like,
anointed
all right,
president.
all right, I'm going to do it. That would be wild to think about, but I do believe what everybody's saying is they just want to serve the country, make the country better.
Amen.
Which is what we like.
Do your service.
That's what we like.
Civil service.
I guess. It's like some people want to coach, but they only want to be a head coach. They don't want to work their way up. That happens.
Yeah, like Jeff Saturday and me feel the same exact way. If I'm going to get a head coaching gig in the NFL, I'll do it. If it's going to be anything else, I ain't got time to be printing off papers. Okay, I can't be running coffee to anybody. You want me to be the head coach? We can have a conversation. Not right now, maybe 10 years from now, whenever this whole show is over. But him just saying, if somebody came out to me and said I'd win, I'd run for president. It's like, holy shit, Stephen A. That is, he's thinking about running? Then there was the odds were out on Aaron Rodgers has better odds to win the presidential election in 2028 than I think the Jets have to win a Super Bowl this year.
31.
Really?
Yep, plus 3,000. Lock it in.
I think The Rock is 25 to 1.
That was like a real thing going on for a while, I feel like.
I think still potentially, not that my sources have told me anything, but the last time I've talked, which is a while ago, but like that wasn't just that was like a potential talking to people around that situation. Like, wow, yeah, greatly considered. It's like, okay, I assume that doesn't just go away. If
that's sweet.
You know what? I'm gonna try to be a president, and then. You know what? I don't want to do it anymore. You know, like they talk about. I don't think that ever happens.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think that ever happens. You know, like a lot of these clips, obviously, from like President Donald Trump way back in the day when he's on like Oprah and all these shows. He's like, I'm thinking about running for president. It feels like there's a couple people that. And he's obviously the only one that has ever gone on to do it. But if it gets in their mind, I think that becomes like a potential reality. I guess we're counting Stephen A. as one of the.
Okay. Yeah.
Could you imagine him on the debate stage up there? Could you imagine Stephen A. up there?
Thrive.
Holy
he would
shit.
thrive in that environment.
Yeah, I don't know everything about like political process of like getting things done and bills, and I don't know what his international knowledge is and everything like that, which I would assume is a rather big part of it. But like. You get his ass on a debate stage, I think in front of a microphone, there's a chance. And there's probably a lot of people that feel that way. I think Elon, who it can't do it, obviously, because he wasn't born here, I think he probably wishes he would have the ability to be able to run. I think Mark Cuban, right? He was trying to get his name into the entire thing to run it.
Yeah, he might be out there in, 4 years.
I wonder how many of these, like, notable names it's going to become.
Big Costco. He might be run.
Sure. Yeah, he might bring the boom to the White House.
I mean, there's a chance that you could do this, but I don't know if Putin would ever want to do it. Yeah. I don't know. Putin would want to do it on ice skates. He said, can you do it on skates? Let's play. Because he's a hockey guy. But the future seemingly is going to have a lot of people who have had a lot of success in their professions try to help the country. And for that, I say thank you.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. For The Rock, does that mean the tribal chief would be his VP or Secretary of Defense? How does that work?
I mean, what is
Because doesn't he have to give him the okay to let him run?
Chief the OTC,
tribal chief,
the original bloodline, the original bloodline.
Pat Summerall's daughter, chief of staff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
first woman ever. I heard.
Yeah.
I saw that. That had to be quite a tweet to send out.
Yeah. It was quite a tweet to read.
What was that? I heard a lot of noise, and then it's like the political world is such a circus.
It's an absolute circus.
But it's not entertaining. Like,
No.
I don't know how that works.
No, it's never entertaining. I'm trying to think of when it would be.
Good luck to everybody out there.
Good luck, everybody.
Good luck, everybody.
Hey, they say Irish names do well on those ballots.
I did hear that one time.
I didn't. What's that mean?
Sweet lady up in Michigan has, I think, committed her entire life to politics up there. She came up to me and she was like, if you ever think about it, Irish names do well on the ballot. They're friendly. And I was like, you got it. I'll go find an Irish person who wants to run.
Ryan Bolger was a governor of Massachusetts.
Bolger?
That's right.
Yeah.
Is that an Irish
Kennedy's
name?
Irish.
Whitey Bulger's brother.
Yeah. Very Irish.
Yeah.
The most Irish.
Yeah.
Feels like the world is moving forward. Are we all right?
Are we?
I don't know.
Depends who you talk to, probably.
Yeah, I don't know. We maybe give it a couple more weeks, and then we'll probably
What? I thought we were all. I thought we were this.
I don't think
know,
everyone's.
the memes.
Really?
The memes I've been seeing, they're still going. I saw someone's moving out of the United States to Hawaii.
Oh, smart.
Would that still be? Maybe.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
It's really far, though, I
AJ.
guess. There's a lot of ocean between it.
Moving out of the continental United States.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. I can see how you can feel restricted in there. Whatever the case, wherever you move, we just hope you're happy.
Hell yeah.
You know, and we hope everything works out for everybody. And the thought of who could be president in the future of our lifetime is a fun little game now. You know, because it's a fun little game to try to see who.
What if like a streamer?
You know,
like honestly, what if a streamer becomes president?
Could be one of. It could be one of us.
I don't
maybe
think
a
so.
gamer, maybe something like that.
Ninja.
What if it's Big Mike McCarthy?
Could be.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm voting for him. I'll vote for him right now. Actually, I wrote him in. He was right in for me.
Harbaugh.
Kurt Signetti got 496 votes, I believe, for president.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Not enough.
It's
not enough.
Obviously. How about Indiana being favored by 14.5 against
Unbelievable.
Michigan?
Crazy.
How do you feel about that, AJ?
What a trap game for them, I guess. I mean, Sig, he's got to feel good about it, but also like to his players, I don't know. Did you ever pay attention to the line, Pat, when you were playing in college or the NFL?
No, but it was nowhere near as prevalent as it is now.
Yeah, now it's everywhere on all mainstream TV. They show the line no matter what. So they know they're heavy favorites at home, but that is.
I mean, obviously.
Remember back in the day, like if commentators brought up the line or talked about gambling, they were like considered super
taboo.
These guys are outlaws. These guys are outlaws. Now it's just a part of it. What did DraftKings? Something just came out from DraftKings that the public has won too much. They're cutting back.
They had to adjust their forecast, I believe, because like as far as like how much money they're going to make or whatever this year, because the fourth quarter the public has done so well in the fourth quarter this year based off of gambling. It's been insane.
They're dropping it by about $250 million, which, once again, they're making so much money.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, $5 billion.
So much money, but hey, we're fighting against them, aren't we? Let's go. Let's keep doing that.
Come on.
Let's keep doing that. AJ, let's make our picks, brother.
Let's
Why
do
don't we
this.
make our picks now? Let's try to beat these people.
I love it. We're both 1-0. I know we'll pop up these picks and let's see where we're going here. What do you want to start? Let's start this New York Football Giants, Bruce's squad, taking on the Carolina Panthers. This is an absolute barn burner here, Pat. I don't know about you.
In Germany.
Germany, 9:30 a.m. Eastern for us, correct?
Yes.
That is correct.
I don't think anybody's really looking forward to this one, including the Germans. And we are so sorry to the Germans. And I know people are going to say a lot of stuff.
Payback.
But we would like to say the Germans were 3 million or 2 million deep in that queue trying to get those tickets. Now, how many of those are bots and aggregators and AI and yada, 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 whatever the case. The Germans are massive fans of the NFL, massive football fans. They're selling out theaters and arenas talking about football over there. Bjorn Werner and the football bros are...
football bromance.
Bromance, there it is. It is huge. Like, they love American football, let alone all the military that is based in Germany and will always be based in Germany and everything like that. But Germans, I think a lot of people talked about in the London game, a lot of people from Germany are filling up those London stadiums. Like, they love our sport. The fact that they have the Giants, Panthers, I'm bummed out for them. And I'd like to say 9.
Well, they just want to see ball, though, right? They just want to see a game. They don't really.
I will say the way our secondary has been looking lately, and the Panthers' defense obviously stinks as well. It could be a high scoring affair, with a lot of bombers flying in the air, all that jazz.
Whoa. Chuba just got paid.
The field's usually pretty sloppy though over there too, so that doesn't. It's not conducive to hitting deep shots all day.
Well, they got the soccer pitches over there, and I would just like to let the Germans know, Guten Tag, any other Tag other than Sunday. We apologize.
Yeah, and also Xavier Leggett, it is English. It sounds much different, but he is speaking English because I've seen some people from Germany say, "What is this?"
Yeah.
Allergic.
Yeah.
Allergic.
Burgers.
Started eating Asperger's.
I got the Panthers.
Good pick.
I got
plus 6.5.
I have the Giants.
No, you don't.
I tell you what, Danny Dimes will surprise you every once in a while. He really does.
It's pretty must lose.
Not for the players. Not for the players.
You're right. And, the Panthers could be going around like the Grim Reaper knocking on every door, getting everybody fired the rest of the season here.
Maybe.
Yeah, if they beat the Giants, that was certainly on that long flight back from Morrow.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Dayball telling Danny Dimes, hey, you better go cry tomorrow right now.
Danny knows he can't lose to the Panthers. He knows.
He does.
He's going to come out here. I just talked to him. He can't.
Devastated.
He knows he's making $40 million. People would die to make $40 million.
Danny's German. He's playing in front of some of his cousins.
Yeah, he was speaking to some of his family members. He knows. He's going to come out here and tell you. He's crying. I just saw it. So I'll take the Panthers. You got the Giants. And we would like to tell Germany we're sorry. Maybe next year. Maybe next year, Germany.
Get a good one.
You can watch that game on NFL Plus. I believe they have access to NFL Network on there, which is obviously the home of the Giants and the Panthers game in Germany. NFL Plus Premium Pro. The home for all the stuff you need to know. Vikings, Jags. I'll take the Vikings favored by 7 because I need them to be a great football team because of what they did to the Indianapolis Colts. I don't think the Mac Jones bump is going to do anything in Duval. How about you, AJ?
Yeah, I'd say I'm going to have to agree with you on this one. Sam Darnold, I think he and the boys get it done. They win by more than 7 or more. More than 7. I'm glad. Yeah, 7 points is a lot still. I hate these garbage touchdowns and field goals at the end. Scare me, but who cares? Give me the Vikings.
Okay, we're both on the Vikings there. Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Jaden Daniels. Going to Washington. Everybody's dying to get to Washington. Billions of dollars are being spent to get to Washington. Pittsburgh Steelers head over there with a offense that meets every single Thursday for dinner, and Russell Wilson pays the tab.
Mm-hmm. Everybody.
Russell Wilson.
Is this Russell's house, Pat? Do you know, or is this restaurant? Do we know where it is?
I think they go to restaurants.
Multiple
I do
restaurants,
believe.
yes.
Okay.
The way I read it, because he wants to help the local economy as well. He's not just.
I should have known.
Yeah.
You're right.
I don't think they're going to Permanis. It feels like it is a different style of food than just sandwiches and. Permanis, I don't know how they feel. I don't know how they felt on Wednesday. I will take the Pittsburgh Steelers plus 2.5. I think Washington might win this still. 2.5 is a little bit of wiggle room. Going to be a close game. But I like Pittsburgh Steelers, and I think that defense maybe shows something that Jaden and Cliff haven't seen yet because they've been obviously a buzzsaw, and I could be very wrong here.
Yeah, the Steelers, I do love what the Steelers are doing, but I'm taking Washington here. I think Dan Quinn and everybody, I think they're a very well-rounded team. So, Tone, sorry about it. Give me the Commanders.
Is Lattimore playing?
No.
Do we know?
No.
Because Preston Smith's playing.
He's not playing?
Lattimore's not, no.
He's already been ruled out.
Because he was coming off of something, right?
He didn't want that smoke.
Hammy?
Yeah, I think
I don't
so.
think that's at all what happened, Tone. I think he's coming off an injury.
No, he said I'll wait till next week. I don't want Pittsburgh Steelers smoke.
He didn't say that. That's not what he said.
Sound
Denver
like
Broncos, 8-point underdogs traveling to the home of the Chiefs. You know where I'm rolling with, brother?
Chiefs.
That is correct.
Give me the Chiefs as well.
The Chiefs.
Have to. Give them to me.
And we need Travis Kelce to go bananas.
Yeah, need a lot of yards, a lot of touchdowns.
Yeah, Jamar Chase just pops off for like 45 points or something like that in fantasy football last night. And if you're taking him on, you have Travis Kelce on your team, you think to yourself, you know what? Trav, I need you to go for 55 points. And I think he is going to do that. I think Travis Kelce goes crazy. I think he gets in the end zone yet again. I think this Kansas City Chiefs offense with D-Hop is a showcase. Now, Denver Broncos defense has always been good. I think they got too many weapons in Kansas City, and I think Kansas City is finding something. I like the over 41.5 as well. Give me the Chiefs and the over there. Patriots taking on the Bears, and I'll tell you what, this could be it for Eberflus. If Drake May, Gerard Mayo, and this Patriots team flies into Chicago and does their thing, boy, Shane Waldron's going to get questioned. Eberflus going to get questioned. Caleb Williams is going to get questioned. Everything in Chicago is going to get questioned. So give me the New England Patriots. Plus 6 going into Chicago. I don't think they win, but I like the Patriots plus 6, AJ Hawk.
Ooh, okay. I've been waffling a bit back and forth on this one, but I'm taking the Chicago Bears -6 at home. I think they figure it out, Zeke, just for you.
6?
Oh, yeah.
6?
Montez is back, too. Good call.
Okay,
You
good.
saw what happened. They
Feel
covered
very
3.5 last week. I don't want to bring it up, but we did.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people would say big week for Patriots, too.
Yeah, huge
Big
week
week
for
for Patriots.
But, I mean, look, Patriots cover football games. They cover other things, too, but they cover football games.
San Francisco favored by 6.5 on the road in Tampa. What's their injury situation looking like, boys?
CMC will be back. I think they're getting, because they're coming off the bye, they got a lot of people back. CMC, Mason's healthy. I believe Kittle's healthy again.
They'll throttle CMC a little bit, right? Give him like limited touches, limited
Jordan
time.
Mason.
Have you ever seen CMC throttled, brother?
No, you can't. You can't throttle that guy.
Pearsall, I believe.
Give me the Niners. I'm taking the Niners here, Pat.
Yeah.
I would do the exact same. Bills, Colts, it was 5, now it's 4. They know. They know, they know, they know.
What happened?
In the Loud House, we talked to Josh Allen. They're already practicing their silent cadence. He's already sleeping with headphones on, getting ready for the noise that is about to be brought. And I appreciate the fact that Bills Mafia went into Seattle and took that place over. That ain't gonna happen in the Loud House.
No, it hasn't happened all year.
That ain't gonna
Not one time has some other team come in and taken it over.
Not the Bills Mafia ain't gonna do it either.
No.
Certain of that.
Yeah.
There's not gonna be a "Let's go Bills" chant happening.
No way.
In
Not a ton of Buffalo brother rolling around. No way.
Is Sal Capacciato?
I think
He's playing a show. I think he's playing a show Saturday night. He's drumming somewhere.
Yeah.
Tin Roof.
Acapella group.
Tin Roof. Yeah.
All right, so all the juice is going to be left on Saturday night at Sal Capacciato's drum show at Tin Roof, and I think he's going to be downtown. So definitely the Colts +4. I mean, Colts are getting points in the Loud House.
Come on.
Are you kidding me?
Let's go.
Okay.
I will, but for this particular thing, I will take the +4.
Yeah.
AJ, your thoughts?
Well, with all that being said, and Sal Capacciato on Saturday night, I'm going to take the Bills -4. Here we go.
You don't think they're going to be blown out a little bit too exhausted? come
Capacciato's
Sunday
got
with
that
what's-
beautiful audio, too. You know his audio is always crystal clear.
Absolutely. Okay, let's go. Falcons, Saints, NFC South, Wild, fired coach. Are we going with it? Are we going with the fired coach bump tone?
I normally would.
Come on, Tony.
This has got him stretching.
You don't like special
Activation.
teams guy?
And Bruce yelled at me yesterday for doing this, but no, I like the Falcons here. But trust me, it goes against everything I want to do with Coach.
It's
Ritt
Merry
and the
Rismus.
bump.
We got an activation period. Taysom Hill might be starting under center QB1 with Darren Rizzi at the helm.
Wrong.
I love the Saints here.
Okay.
Okay, you love the Saints. Give me the Falcons. AJ, who
I'll
do
take
you-
the Falcons as well here, Pat.
All right, because Kirk came on the show. He was awesome. And you may be hearing footsteps, and that may be Kirk Cousins. Tennessee Titans getting 7 in Los Angeles against Jim Harbaugh and the Chargers. I will take the Chargers until further notice.
Yeah, give me the Chargers as well.
Philadelphia Eagles traveling to Dallas to take on the Cowboys, who are reeling, to say the least. Saquon just jumped over a guy backwards last week. In Dallas, they got issues all over the place. I'll take the Philadelphia Eagles -17.5, let alone 7.5.
Yeah, give me the Eagles. We got Cooper Rush starting for the Cowboys, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, give me the. He can still put. That dude can sling it though, but I'll take the Eagles -7.5.
Cooper Kush ain't mid, that's for sure. Jets, Cardinals, I will take the New York Football Jets in the desert, favored by 1.5. I have no idea how this is the line, but remember the last time we saw them, they looked much better than they have since the beginning of the Jets, basically, AJ.
Yep, I think that Jets D plays well, and the offense continues to get better and better. Yeah, give me the Jets.
And Sunday Night Football, the Detroit Football Lions, favored by 3.5 going into a Texans team that has not been able to protect their star, C.J. Stroud. Some people call it a sophomore slump. I call it a sophomore ass beating because that's kind of what's taking place. I think this Lions defense continues to hunt. I like Jared Goff. Give me the Lions -3.5 down in Houston, even though I love the Texans.
Yeah, give me the Lions as well. And I believe Zadarius Smith, they gave him off until today. Gave him a couple of days, and he might play Sunday, correct? So
They have not decided yet if he'll play.
He's going to play.
No Nico Collins.
He's going to give him
No Nico Collins
He
is a
was
big
back.
deal. No Stephon Diggs, obviously, and the Lions beat people. So I'll take the Lions, even though I got a lot of faith in the Texans to figure it out long term. We'll be back on Overreaction Monday after a fantastic weekend of football. We're live from Baton Rouge tomorrow morning on game day. We'll see you then. Yeah, that was pretty good.
You got it right on. Run the screws. You got it.
Yeah, I mean, that was.
Yeah, you got the bat.
Get that thing up there. There you go. Shohei. How tall is Shohei?
Justin.
6'5".
6'8".
Ooh.
Just make up a
Which
number.
one could it be?
I just know he's big as fuck.
Is it either of those?
6'8" is kind of, that's where I start.
That's where his bat is. That's where his bat
Yeah.
is. That's the top of his bat is at 7 feet.
How tall was the big unit, Randy Johnson?
Like 6'10".
Was he? Is he really? He's really that tall?
Yeah, he's fucking huge.
That's
Can
a
you imagine
Wikipedia
trying to
says.
hit off that guy?
Yeah.
No, and he likes to look intimidating too. He said, like that was a part of it, like standing up.
Imagine being a lefty, stand up with that, and he's a lefty. Every ball looks like it's going to hit you in the temple.
Yeah. CC too is like 6'4", 6'5", 325 pounds. It's like a grizzly bear.
Boys, is there anything better than a new place popping up on DoorDash?
No.
New restaurant popped up on DoorDash last night, and I'll
Really?
tell you what,
Bang.
their chicken parm.
Tastes so good.
Fazol's?
Fazol's has been on there.
Oh, the
San
breadsticks.
Giovese.
I don't remember the name of this place. I was just trying to think of it.
Maggiano's?
It wasn't Maggiano's been on there. Maggiano's been on. OG's been on there, obviously.
Mimi's Meatballs.
Was it Mazza? Was it Brian Mazza's?
Mazza's
I don't think
place?
it was Brian Mazza's. It was,
that a
it
restaurant?
was another Italian place popped on there. Immediate get, let's go. So DoorDash is telling me that a new restaurant has opened up around me. So thanks for the information. Yeah. And then also delivering chicken parm with angel hair pasta.
Oh, man. Come on.
At the house.
Come on. Roll that thing up.
Oh, my God. Watching Bengals, Ravens on Thursday night with my wife. Obviously, just put the baby girl down. Chicken parm just shows up from a restaurant I didn't even know existed 2 hours before that. DoorDash is making dreams and nights come true. Then there was a new sweets place that was put on here. Did you guys see this? There's a new dessert place that was put on DoorDash. My wife got like the chocolate fondue delivered.
Fondue
the other night.
You got fondue delivered. Wow.
Doing the do.
Bingo. I mean, this. No, I know the restaurant, the Melting Pot. There's like there's a dessert place. It's up near you, I think, Bruce. I think it's literally right next to your house. You should look into it.
Yeah, I'll have to get on it.
It's right next to the Tide Cleaners.
Okay.
Shout out to these people. Shout out to DoorDash, legitimately. I know they probably had a concept and an idea, and I don't know if they knew it would develop into this, but like I'm using DoorDash for last week it was for trimmers so I could shave my face and my hair. I mean, it's just like need it to my hotel. Okay, got it. Now, don't have good lighting in hotels, so I can't just DoorDash a bus, but there's a bus that has good light. I go on there, I cut my hair, but it's like DoorDash.
You could DoorDash an influencer light, though. You could DoorDash one of those.
Boom.
I DoorDashed from Tractor Supply Company. You know that store?
Oh, yeah.
I DoorDashed from Tractor Supply last night. It was key.
Did you get a tractor?
No.
Do you need your feed bag?
No, I don't have. I've thought about getting chickens someday. Anyone in this room? Anyone have chickens?
Live chickens?
Yeah, chickens where you just because I just want to eat the eggs.
No, I don't have enough.
You DoorDash eggs to raise the chicken? What,
no.
Supply?
I'm saying when I go in. Sometimes when you go into Tractor Supply, they have little chicks. You can buy them there. They have live chicks in store.
Yeah,
I doubt you could DoorDash
those
live
coyotes
chicks.
are all over you.
You probably could.
What did you DoorDash? Did your jeans? I've jeans from Tractor Supply Company DoorDash before.
No, I got a couple like snow hats, and then I needed like a little chain belt situation for a mower. Got that.
Oh, nice.
I like that.
Didn't have. Didn't want to
once again,
boom.
Once again, DoorDash changing everything. Because you imagine the entire scene, have to go there, then you have to figure out which one you need, where is it, how is it, have a couple conversations with people who are much smarter than you or trying to alpha you who are smarter than you, let you know that they're smarter than you. DoorDash is just like, what do you need? Here it is, bang. And also, I'm going to pay the express fee because I don't want this thing traveling around town. Yeah. Okay, I don't.
Game changer.
I don't. $2.99, throw it in there.
Work.
Now, we are overpaying on DoorDash for something.
Yeah.
You know, you look at the price tag for something you're ordering. It's like, is it really worth this? It's like convenience. Yep, can't put a price on it.
Nope.
Shout out to DoorDash. We appreciate
Love you, DoorDash.
Love you. Saves you time. Time is valuable, right?
Life.
Saves your life. Yeah. Saves your time. Saves your life.
Change your life. Are they done painting the field? It looks really good.
We got a couple paint guns down here still.
Did you notice anything different about that field?
What? It's grass.
No, that's turf.
Oh,
wait, no, it is grass.
Yeah,
Field's grass. You're standing on turf.
Feels like that's a lot of numbers. Do most fields always go by 5-yard increments?
No.
Yeah, I think that is a part of the LSU thing. And also where the numbers are placed. Yeah.
Those are smushed.
Yeah, it's a
What's
lot.
that about?
Because normally it's just 10, 20, 30.
I don't mind that.
No, they want their fans all 102, 103,000 and know exactly where to
In
ball.
the field goal post. Now you have two posts that you can run your head off of if you're playing defense or offense.
It's pretty tough.
It is. Optically, the field goal posts are different.
Yeah.
You know, now, granted, I don't know if kickers can see it because the offensive line's there whenever you're lining up. I don't know if you see the bottom. I was just looking at it. It's interesting, man. Old school, 100 years in this place.
Is white a factor too on the field goal
Death
post?
Valley.
Go white out or something?
No, I think college maybe there's more.
Are they white? There's
That would be smart. Put all the fans in white. Can't see the post.
Yeah, you're right. Normally it's a neon.
Make the
Even
nets
high school,
white, too.
even high school goal posts are that neon yellow.
That'd be genius.
Yeah.
That will
be so hard
Like
to
the
see.
wall, like Ballmer has the wall.
Move everybody wearing white.
bingo.
That thing is crazy.
So is that just straight up? Is that what that's what it means? Like I'm trying to figure out the complete. It's just the seats go straight up compared to normal seats going back.
It looks like it is actually just dropped into that stadium. Like that thing because it's gigantic.
Huge.
The way it kind of sits and feels. And I think the number of toilets is really paying off for it too.
Oh, yeah. People are in their seats.
Now, LA people are going to be late anyways. You know, it's like LA people kind of traffic slow. You got to do that. But when that place is rolling, like if they could be good which who knows if any basketball team can be good.
Will they?
Sixers stink, Bucks stink, Celtics are good, Pacers are good, but there's a lot of teams, I think, with injuries and everything happening, not as good as everybody thought they were going to be going in. But if, like, the Clippers can be good, primetime playoff basketball, that'll be a show. And I think that's what Ballmer's all about, like the show, you know?
This is right, isn't this right by SoFi?
I don't know.
I thought we saw this being built when we were out there.
Is that what that was? I do remember us having a combo.
I thought that's what this was when we saw it going up.
Inglewood? It's in Inglewood, right? So is that where...
About a mile and a half away.
Yeah, so yeah, it was by SoFi.
Yeah.
We were okay.
I do remember that. That seems so long ago, doesn't it?
When was that? It does feel like 5 years ago.
We're about to get into Altcast time again, where we're on the sideline of games.
Yeah.
We got a lot coming in a short amount of time, so let's get our traveler miles on.
Get that Altcast hat back on.
Yeah, let's get ready for that. But it's like it feels like just yesterday Rose Bowl was happening, but then it also feels like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like kind of an interesting dynamic. I think we start at the SEC championship game. Will be the first one we're on the field at.
Hell yeah.
And I don't want to make us feel much bigger than we are, but every game we're going to be on the sideline of is massive.
Huge. Which is awesome.
Huge games going forward. Huge games going forward. And I think all eyes are on how sick that first round's going to be because you got home field advantage in college for the first time in this 12-team playoff. It's like, I know it's still a good bit away, but it's not really. You know, we're kind of right around the corner here from an unprecedented situation, which is college football playoffs being vast, college football playoffs showcasing home field advantages to a lot of people. I think a lot of people are going to watch their first college game of the year probably during this.
We're only a month away from the SEC championship. Like that's where we are close.
Yeah. Also,
let's get our Altcast caps on.
Let's
board.
get our let's bring our coach. We might have our first Altcast cold game too, couldn't we? Depending on who
first round, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
that's going to be
awesome.
fun. That'll be fun if it's a freezing cold and frigid game. We're on the sideline.
In Penn State, just snowing.
Remember when AQ was and all those guys were stacking on top of each other like they were a big sandwich or Subway sub when they were doing all.
Oh yeah.
RG3 had a baby
Cole.
that night.
No, he didn't.
Bob.
He ran out.
He had a baby that night, right?
No, he did not.
He flew home.
As the person that put that show together, I know everybody thought it was cute and clever and everything. I felt like the biggest fucking asshole of all time. I'm like, I'm making this guy work.
I had no idea.
Like a night where his wife could have a kid. I felt so terrible. And then I was told, no, she didn't have a kid. It was a miscommunication. I'm like,
good.
Thank God. I would have felt terrible.
Braxton Hicks, those contractions that aren't real?
Yes, correct.
Or that aren't pushing the baby out?
Yeah.
Oh, you got a band?
Oh, here we go.
Where's the band? Can they play?
Is it from the speaker?
Can they play the national anthem for us, quick?
No flyovers this week.
Good. Save $2 million taxpayer dollars.
Yeah. Per flyover.
Oh, say.
Is that what it is?
Is that what that is?
No, I just.
Okay.
I respect her. I respect the. See our show immediately. As soon as we thought we fake heard it.
We were starting to stand up.
Last week, middle of game day, they run that thing, the national anthem, and I'm standing there, and I got Keegan-Michael Key one side, Nick Saban on the other side of the thing, and you're just looking around. You do get like that feeling again, AJ. You know, I started swaying a little bit. I'm like, okay, this shit's about to go right now. And then those F-18s take the tractor another round. They're flying in.
It's easy to get like emotional if you let yourself go. Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Okay, here it is. All right.
The real deal. It's a big deal all of a sudden. You know, you kind of a little bit of perspective gets smacked in the mouth. It's like this place. I couldn't even imagine what tomorrow's
rocking.
This thing goes straight the fuck up.
7:30 Eastern, right? All those people all day to get juiced up. Oh man.
This thing goes straight up, and then they just put people on top. It's like.
Hey, my buddy Josh Sitton wants to kick for it tomorrow, game day. He wants to try to get in the running to be the kicker.
All right, he's got to be the first 100 in there. He'll get a.
I try to tell him that. I try to tell him you got to get there super early, then you can get involved like in the raffle.
100 tickets are given, and then you are randomly chosen from the 100. So you got to get there early. Okay. You get one of the 100 tickets, and then they randomly draw one at the commercial break. And then I guess you could hope that the guy that gets selected or girl that gets selected tears their ACL.
Yeah,
true.
And then there's another one
Can't happen.
that is selected. Shout out to Jake, by the way. Jake, I believe, had full reconstructive surgery to his knee.
No.
I think it was ACL, meniscus, a few others.
Patella.
Man. So
he's good.
And he stayed for the whole show.
It's probably
Don't
not
ever
the
forget
last
that.
ACL he's going to tear.
What?
You never know.
Maybe once you tear
does that mean?
Once you tear it once.
I'm just saying, it's like concussions. Once you have one, I think they come in bunches. But if you're taking a 45% practice cut and you tear your ACL and you bend,
he went full.
You bend backwards.
45%.
Okay, well that was 100 for
You
him.
weren't there.
That was 100 for him.
He did have a knee brace on.
He had existing damage going.
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
You
Oh, I didn't know he
weren't
had the underlying conditions.
He buckled his knee on the practice kick before. Okay.
He did have underlying
It was
conditions.
so painful looking. I just feel for him. Don't try that again.
You should be
He
65
stayed.
kicking.
Don't try that again. What are you talking about? We gave him, and I don't want to set precedent too much here, but he's getting $20,000 from. If that might be the new precedent. If you get selected to do the kick and you tear your ACL, you'll get $20,000.
Everybody's going to tear ACLs now.
No,
Guaranteed
even
money.
if you're kicking it, you tear your ACL, you'll get $20,000. Now, you are forfeiting the big prize by tearing your ACL immediately. So and also the recovery and rehab is going to be a long time.
Terrible.
But I also told Jake that whenever he gets to the point of feeling 100% again, because he lives in Indiana, he'll get a $100,000 opportunity kick again at the Thunderdome. So
live feed.
It's gonna be a big mental hurdle.
Maybe.
I would think. You know, you're coming off your ACL, it's mentally tough to put your foot in the ground and make that first cut. If I'm this Jake character, I don't think I'm swinging anymore.
he was playing soccer just a few days beforehand, and that might have been where he tweaked his knee.
Yeah.
He's a warrior.
We'll put him in the Flacco one, so he'll be fine.
I assure you, for $100,000, this guy's going to be swinging. Okay, I don't think he's going to be worried about that, AJ.
Thank you, Ty. AJ's being just such a meanie.
I worry about the kid's body. I want to take care of his body.
Are we talking about the same guy in the video?
Yep, I think we are talking about the same human.
Okay.
Yeah.
What, Tone? No, we don't need it. All right.
God.
But which knee did he tear? His plant leg?
You can guess.
Yeah, I think it was the plant leg.
How old is he? 45?
No.
Like 19.
He graduated a few years ago. He was ready. He was not happy that he was not allowed to
He needs cleats.
He still wanted to do the kick after that.
With that knee.
I mean, I love
And
that.
everybody's
I
like-
love that about him.
I didn't know this until afterwards. They were like, "Sir, we can't
we respect you.
We appreciate you, but we cannot do that."
Nah.
And he stuck it out for the rest of the show, and then he left, and then he went and got an MRI, and then he found out that it
Jesus
was
Christ, your knee's destroyed.
Sir, where have you been? Oh, I was at the show.
The fuck did you come right in?
And they're gonna say, "Oh, did you make the kick?" I never really made it to the kick. I actually tore this in my practice cut.
Going 100%.
Yeah.
You want to run it back? Should we see if it's 100%? If you run it back,
Definitely 100%. We don't have to see it again. We've
don't.
seen too much.
You're right. You're right. We
Yeah,
know.
it's a Feel Good Friday. Why don't we DoorDash some anti-nausea if we're going to show that again? Because I get uncomfortable watching it.
Knee braces.
It's like the Tom Segura video. I get very uncomfortable watching that thing.
I guess at
Speaking
least
of Tom
his arm.
Segura,
What did he do?
somebody caused a seismic earthquake thing here at this stadium. Somebody. Somebody.
Garth Brooks.
That's his name.
When?
I think it was operator. Won't you put me on through? Gotta say my love, got a bad rooms. Hurry up, put me on the line. Gotta tell my girl, do it one more time. And then it's right here. Calling Baton Rouge. I think at that moment, 103,000 were calling Baton Rouge, and I'll tell you what, the Earth called back and said, "That's a fucking earthquake."
He's on the wall.
It's on the wall out here. Yep. Seismograph records earthquake in Tiger Stadium during Garth Brooks concert. It's on the wall in here, and there's a lot of Garth Brooks stuff going on. Tom Segura, obviously, a part of it, and I'm sure Garth isn't pumped about that. But there's other stuff taking place. All I know is when he was in here. What is
Garth's
We'll never know. I don't think we'll never know. Yeah. And if we ever hear it, it'll come through an album by that other guy.
Chris Cam.
Oh, gosh.
I saw you holding that bat earlier. That's Johnny Bats. This is Marucci Bats.
Yeah.
How's that bat feel in your arms? Feel pretty good?
Nice. Yeah, it feels really nice.
Johnny Bats. I like all these bat companies giving us bats. It's fun, though.
Johnnyville Woods.
That's Johnny Bats, yeah.
Oh, and his little inscription to you is carved in as well.
Yeah, Johnny Bass.
That's Johnny
this
Bass.
one here.
83
This one
Canes.
handcrafted here.
So he was a
What's that?
Miami Hurricane, 1983. It says Johnny S. 83 Canes.
This one's.
Amazing.
I don't know what the rules.
Everybody,
This Marucci guy is from West Virginia, I heard. By the way.
Really?
I see a lot of Marucci bats.
Paisan.
Those are all over the place.
Yeah, they're sick. The C4, whatever.
Went to West Virginia.
Man, let the major leaguers use metal bats.
somebody would
die. I mean, put the net in front of the pitcher. The pitcher's got to have the old.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm throwing.
We'll put a giant net on the field.
The old custom cuts.
Ty, the old man that believes in all the standards. And
let's
school
put an
baseball
L screen
traditions.
up for the pitcher. If you want to get guys metal bats, the pitcher's got to be willing to take one off the head and get killed. That's just the way it goes.
I mean, actually, even more. I'm more involved in that.
What's this all about up here, Ty? This deep cut in the top of it.
Take a little weight out of it, or what?
That's usually like in game. A lot of times, guys will use it like that. I don't know what specifically. I wonder if it's.
I think it's for the. I always thought it was for the vibration, so you didn't break your hands every time.
Distributes it a little bit more.
I thought it was to take an ounce or two off
It's
the bat.
deep. This is a deep hole here.
This one doesn't.
That's where you rest your baseball when you're carrying the bat and you're walking to the park.
Oh,
Yeah, like an ice cream cone.
Yeah. Okay, so. Oh. Nope, not a ball.
It's like
just a baseball.
it's like the back of your putter to pick up the ball.
Hey, did you see? Did you get a chance to see those ticket prices that got sent into the group text that you don't ever participate in?
I did see some of them. It seemed like they're pretty high this week.
Alabama LSU average ticket price on SeatGeek $499.
That's just the
Georgia
average?
Ole Miss, obviously massive. Yes, $437. Florida Texas $432. BYU Utah Holy War. $397. BYU, obviously, everything's still very much in front of them. And then Colorado, Texas Tech, $325. Everybody still in there. These ticket prices on SeatGeek are big because it's a massive weekend of college ball. Tone, $500 for the ticket, for the average ticket to get in down here on secondary market, obviously on SeatGeek. That's a big deal. There's 102,000 people in here.
I mean, those are absolutely must-win games for LSU and Ole Miss, and their home crowds are going to show up for them. And obviously, the Holy War, BYU, Utah. We know the must shows up at Utah. That's a huge one because their season hasn't gone great, but they are trying to spoil it for BYU. And everybody wants to see Prime. Everybody wants to see Prime down in Lubbock.
That's a big game down there. Colorado, Texas Tech. People say if they get through this one, Colorado's on a ride.
Legit shot.
To the Big 12 championship. Texas Tech, good team, brother. Texas Tech is a good team, and that place is going to be packed out. People are paying $325 average ticket price. That means what? Sold out. Sold out. Sold out. Sold out. Sold out. That's college football, baby. Let's go.
Unreal.
That's sports as a whole. We're lucky to do it. All right, boys. We're going to try to find some air conditioning down here.
Nice.
We're going to try to find some air conditioning down here.
Good luck. Good luck.
Get yourself some gator. Go get some gator.
Yeah, some gator bits.
It's not a bad idea.
Fried pickles and gator.
He said it's like greasy chicken, right, gator?
It's pretty good.
Yeah, a little more rubber.
They fried, it's like anything else.
It's a bit stringy.
Rubber. Stringy?
Stringy, yeah.
Well, it's probably pretty lean, so it's probably a little tough, isn't it?
Yeah, a little.
You should go gator hunting. You can go shoot them right in the head.
That'd be sweet.
So I've been down in Louisiana, not Baton Rouge, when I was in the middle of the program, substance abuse program, and I was trying to find things that were fun to do that didn't involve,
having fun,
very boozed up,
ripping and run.
I went on like a tour of doing stuff that had all the reality TV shows. So I went like ghost hunting down there. I went Bigfoot hunting. That was a TV show. I went noodling in Carolina because that was a big TV show. And then I came down here to Louisiana. I went hogging in the morning and frogging at night. And I'll tell you what a time down here. What a time. We had about 45 beers in between the two events. The hogging down here was with a couple bay dogs and a couple pit bulls. And obviously the hogs are, they run through the fields. They ruin everything, I guess. The hogs are like the rats of Louisiana. So you're doing a favorite hog tie that thing. And it was a wild scene. Then the frogging at night was a blast. We're on these boats in the middle of the swamp. You see all these gators popping their heads up in all their eyes because it's dark. You're floating around a swamp, dark.
Like airboat?
It was nightmare fuel
out there?
No, tiny little. We didn't have one of those big boats. It was like a smaller boat because you got to get to the end of this boat to put the spotlight on bullfrogs, which kind of hypnotize them. And then you're grabbing that. You're reaching out into side of swamp, grabbing them and then putting them in an American Gladiator like cylinder on the boat. So that's called frogging. And it was like we're just rolling through these swamps. You put the spotlight out and you see the eyes of all these damn gators, and it's like what. So
reach out for the wrong thing.
Just everything that's around you is the scariest thing imaginable. And it's like, that's Louisiana football, baby. Yeah. It's different down here. They have a good time. They're outdoorsy people, upbeat people, and somehow they're able to handle this heat I don't know how they're able to do it.
It's terrible.
It is tough.
It actually does stink.
It does, but the people don't.
People are awesome. I mean, Brian Kelly's stopping by. He was a man.
Twice.
Yeah.
Brian Kelly was on our show twice today.
Did you get to see the facilities at night?
No, we came in right into a theater. We were production meeting was in a theater.
Oh, nice.
Nice theater. I think we haven't seen the theater, but everything around the theater was very nice. So we were going to assume that it was a nice place. We were going to assume it was a nice place. Driving through, you see a lot of like a Louisiana style house exists, I guess.
Yeah. What does that mean?
Like Your Honor.
Like
I think if you see it, you know it. Yeah.
Like to show your
Southern
New Orleans type.
Like New Orleans issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Louisiana, but New Orleans is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like
you get it.
I don't know the ins and outs of it all. Hey, Gump, good work today, buddy.
Good work.
Good job.
Good work.
Big Monday night game for your squad.
Yeah, I'm stoked. Playoff run starts on Monday, boys.
Okay.
Boom.
Why don't you come on over here? Boys, it's been a hell of a week. Wild week.
Yeah.
A little bit of a roller coaster of a week for a lot of people in the real world.
Oh, that was.
And we were just like
that was this week.
Go ahead.
That was this week. I'm speaking of things that seem like that was just. Trade deadline was just Tuesday.
Yeah, trade deadline was Tuesday. Yeah. This morning I woke up and realized it was Friday and I'm flying to Louisiana, and boy, I was like, it's been a quick week. It's been a very quick week. We're lucky to do it. All the boys in the back, great work this week, boys.
Great boys.
To the graphic department, good work this week, boys.
Great work. Great graphics.
To D-Bone, congratulations on a couple big wins in the Thunderdome.
Baby Bone.
Congrats, Bone.
Baby Bone.
Bone's been battling today.
Bone's been winning somehow.
I know.
Me and Foxy need to go back to the drawing board. But me and Foxy need to go back to the drawing board.
My shoes.
We lost to D-Bone twice.
Just broke.
Oh, he's got a jumper?
Yeah. He's gotten a lot better,
Yeah.
but we're missing
Figuring
a
it
lot
out.
of shots.
Yeah. Congrats to D-Bone. We're really proud of you.
Good job, Big Boner.
Baby Bone.
I'm proud, but
We're just proud of you. He's our champion. Now, his co-champion, AQ Shipley, won the title in left town. He was trying to do what Bret Hart was trying to do before the Montreal situation.
Sure.
And now we're not going to be able to battle for the title until next Wednesday. Real coward move. But that's the type of champions they are, so we got to respect it.
Yep.
The Indianapolis
Scumbags.
screw job, they're calling it.
Oh, no.
AJ, really good work this week. You did great, pal. Way to go.
Thank you.
That's a sweet hoodie, isn't it? The
Sick.
Big, the big
Big
check.
swoosh.
big check with
I'm
the
realizing
little check.
as I look at the screen, it's a big swoosh.
You knew that.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was as prevalent. Like you could tell it's a swoosh. I thought it was just a gray stripe for a little bit.
You thought it was like a fishing hook or something like that?
No, I thought like maybe you couldn't really tell it's a swoosh here. It's not a
you
Nike
can tell.
check, by the
It's
way. If anyone calls it a Nike check, you're dead wrong. But yeah,
Well, click clack. It's a check mark that is a swoosh.
it's a swoosh.
Just do it.
just do it, man.
What a great tag! What a great tagline too.
Witness.
Just do it. And that witness backwards with Saquon.
Sick.
So
That
cool.
was sweet. That was a sweet Nike. That was a good idea by Nike. Let's get ahead of this. Let's drop some money into Saquon Barkley's bank account real quick, and then let's go ahead and do this. Brilliant. Oh, just absolutely brilliant.
Send to.
What cleats are those?
Nike.
They're amazing.
Clearly Nike.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
what do
of
we?
course. I'm saying what model? I look at the model.
Dion's.
I
I
know
think they're the
Nikes.
Saquon 2s.
They look
Yeah,
like
now
the
they
old
are.
school LeBron shoes.
They're sweet.
They do actually.
Speaking of LeBron, Lakers suck.
Yeah, and Bronny's heading to the G League after tonight's game.
No, only for some games.
Yeah, home games only. Can't travel.
Yeah, Rumpus time's over.
Huh?
Bingo.
Rumpus time is over.
Rumpus time
What
is
is
over.
that?
Well said.
It was fun.
It was fun.
Try and win now.
All right, let's get the hell out of here. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. It might change their life. Let's never forget that. You know, we have no idea what people are going through. Now, this week, if people are going through stuff, we see it on TikTok and in videos and tweets and posts and everything like that. But normally in our lives, we have no idea what somebody else is going through. You have no idea what is happening in the brain or behind the eyes of the person you're chatting with if it isn't your own. So just go ahead and say something nice to them. You never know what it's going to do. It might change an entire trajectory of a life, let alone a day. So be a friend, tell a friend something nice. It might change their life, especially during this time. We're in this thing together. Team on me. Team on three. Happy birthday, Mitt.
Happy birthday, Mitt.
Everything.
1, 2, 3. Team. Goodbye.